SM Athletics. Trust me, if you want to look like a real company, not a flea market stand, this is the move. If you're serious about your brand, work with people who are serious about getting it right. SM Athletics.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
Golf Envy Farragut is the premier indoor golf experience you've been looking for. And right now they are offering a limited number of founding memberships. Golfers can reserve their spot for just $150 before their September grand opening. Founding members receive 90 days of unlimited guest passes, as well as an exclusive risk-free first month. That's right. Try out Golf Envy with no obligation. Give it 30 days, and if it's not the right fit for what you're looking for, your first month's dues will be refunded. Members will get access to their Golf Zone 2 Vision NX simulator technology, the most realistic simulator on the market, where they can play more than 300 courses and compete in leagues and tournaments with players all across the country. Golf, rain or shine, 24/7, 365. To learn more and become a founding member, visit their website at farragut.golfenvy.com/presale.
WKGN 1340, go Vols!
You're tuned in to East Tennessee's premier sports radio call-in show. This is The Drive.
And hello, good afternoon, and welcome to another stellar edition of The Drive here on Fan Run Radio. Russell Smith punching the time clock. It's 3:02 on a hot Monday here in East Tennessee. Thanks for tuning in to the show alongside Bob Baskerville and Walker Smith. We've got you for the next 3 hours here on The Drive as we got a lot of football to discuss. The AP poll is out. Probably ought to have that up in front of me. And we have scrimmage chatter out there, perhaps some movement on the quarterback front as well. A lot to get to here this afternoon. Hello, Bob. How are you, sir?
I'm good. Hot. God.
A little toasty, man. You ever say never again, and then a long time goes by and you forget your never again declaration and you do the thing that you said you would never do again? And you're like, oh yeah, I said never again. This still sucks.
Yeah.
I had one of those nights Saturday. Took the young boy to the chop shop to see the Braves take on the Diamondbacks. Got absolutely creamed. And, I remember, years ago, as a matter of fact, we saw the Braves play the Diamondbacks back at Old Turner Field. My wife and I were down there, and it was just stupid hot. And we were in the sun. And I was just like, this is not fun. This really sucks. I'm not doing that. And for about 20 years, I didn't do it. And I guess I just forgot my rule. I was given free tickets to the game. I was like, yeah, we'll take the young boy down there. We'll go hang out at the Battery, do the thing. Might be a little warm, but we'll go. And then, as soon as you get out of the car, it's just like, oh, man, you can't even walk in the Battery. It's oppressive hot. Get in the ballpark a little early, go down to the seats. You sit there, you're like, well, I mean, it's just right on us.
Yeah.
And so, we ended up just sitting in the concourse for half an hour because you couldn't be outside. And then we are outside, and it really sucked for about half an hour. And then the sun went down, and then it was just hot. You get in the car, I'm just covered in sweat, just icky, long drive home. And I was like, oh yeah, well, won't do that again. So maybe another 20 years.
Now I'm dating myself. It was right about the time I moved to Knoxville, free tickets, everything else. I was at a game in Fulton County Stadium.
Yeah.
And in left field on a Sunday.
Bacon.
And I was sick almost. I mean, it was God, just.
I wasn't sick, but I felt bad.
Yeah.
I was not. Yeah. My son handled it better than I did. I don't know. Maybe I'm just getting too old for that kind of thing. But it it was a long day out there and a long game on the field for the Bravos as well. Both our teams on the struggle bus here in late August.
Dave Roberts has called his team out.
I saw that.
Which is good because they suck right now. There's no doubt.
Y'all forget how to hit a baseball?
Apparently. It's not good.
Walker, were you able to beat the heat this weekend?
Not on Saturday. On Saturday, I had an outdoor wedding I had to go to.
Oh, no.
And it was mainly shaded where everyone was sitting, so I was like, okay.
Were you in a suit?
I was going to say, were shirts
no,
optional?
I was in like slacks and a sport coat with a button down on. So it wasn't a full suit. So I was able to like sit down and take the sport coat off and feel fine. But my buddies all of the groomsmen were some of my really good friends, and they were dying up there in 3-piece tuxes.
Ouch.
I mean, they were like, when they had to bend over to pray, I thought they were about to fall over. It was tough, but it was only for like 20, 30 minutes of being outside. Other than that, on Sunday, didn't go outside at all. Just stayed in, recovered, beat the heat.
Yeah, that's kind of what I did yesterday as well. So hope everybody is indoors. If you're outdoors listening to this,
God help you.
Best of luck. Yeah, we're praying for you. Hang in there. All right, let's get to the football. And the AP poll is out today. What were we, 22nd in the coaches poll?
No, we were 18th.
18th?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Are you sure on that?
Yeah, we were definitely in the teens in the coaches poll.
Tennessee coming in at number 20 in the AP poll. So shall we split the difference and call it 19?
Yeah.
I mean, it's, the difference between 18 and 20 is negligible. I will be interested to get the fans' take on this afternoon, and you can go ahead and call in at 865-966-3435 or comment on the YouTube page. Too high? Too low? Are we getting the Rodney Dangerfield no respect at all card right now? Or are we in that Goldilocks zone of just right? Bob, any thoughts?
I think it's hard to – I think we're splitting hairs. I was happy to see when the coaches poll came out that we were at 18th because I feel like 18, 20, it really is splitting hairs. I'm fine with that. I think I would have been ticked if we didn't show up at all, if we weren't in the top 25. So I'm okay with it. And let's not forget, remember, not that we're saying we're going to have a repeat of 2022, but I don't even think were we even ranked or at the beginning of 2022? I can't recall.
I think they were. I think they were actually pretty well respected. I don't know. Maybe Walker can look that up for us, but I remember thinking that we were going to have a pretty big year going into that because that was Heupel's second year.
Yeah.
We'd already kind of flashed a little bit and knew we had a lot coming back, but 20th is not bad. I just go through some of this, and I will admit to not being an expert on everybody else's roster, particularly outside our league. But the two teams that were 7-6 last year that are ranked ahead of us, Penn State and LSU, I would just like to get some of these voters to walk me through those two. Yeah. I mean, LSU, again, a bunch of new players, I guess. They have a coach that's been successful in this league before. I kind of see them being certainly ranked. They're 11th in this poll. I think that's a little high. And then Penn State at 18th. You've got Matt Campbell, who took like half of his roster with him, right? Yeah. From a lesser league to a bigger league on a bigger stage. And they weren't, I think they might have been 8-4 last year.
Penn State?
Iowa State.
Oh, Iowa State.
But he's taking half that roster to Penn State, where the other half probably left. I mean, who knows what they've got. And people are just expecting them to be, better than Tennessee right out of the gates. I don't know if I'm buying that one.
I think some of it is, I don't have it in front of me, but I heard some chatter about this earlier in the day on another show. Penn State's schedule is quite favorable too. I think it's the whole, is it some of the rub off of the fact of, Campbell's doing what Kurt Cignetti did. He brought a whole, essentially a mini roster of players that he's already coached with him to Penn State. I guess. I mean, I'm with you. I think it's too generous for Penn State to be ranked ahead of us. But and Walker just sent us a note. Vols were not ranked in the preseason 2022 poll.
Really?
That's what I thought
No, they're right there.
No, 2022. They were not ranked. This is this year's.
Oh.
We were the first team out. We were basically ranked 26 in 2022 as we had the highest amount of votes to not be in the poll, right behind BYU, Houston, and Cincinnati.
Well, that was a gross oversight.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Walker, any thoughts on being ranked 20th this year to start the season?
It just kind of feels like we don't know whether or not this team is going to be that good or if it's going to be better. So, 20 feels pretty safe for Tennessee at this point in the season because everyone knows, all the national media knows that they have a really talented roster. It's just no one knows whether the defense is going to immediately take effect or if the quarterback's going to be good. So you take all that into account. You can't rank them too high because you don't know those things, but you can't rank them too low because you also know they're super talented. So 20 feels about right for where their mindset would be. It's a safe spot for the AP poll voters to put them.
A lot of unknowns coming into the season for us and a lot of other teams out there, but it's part of what makes it so fun. We are on commitment watch this afternoon. Caden Kraft, the 4-star quarterback for the class of 2027 from North Carolina, getting set to make his commitment in less than an hour, right at 4 o'clock. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right. So we will hopefully have news there. It certainly seems like that one is trending towards the good guys. Let's go ahead and get into what I think is topic number one today, what everybody wants to talk about. That is the scrimmage that we saw or didn't see, as the case may be, on Saturday at Neyland Stadium. And the narrative coming out that Faison Brandon showed out under the lights on the big stage and might have taken a significant step towards claiming the job as QB1.
That's what I've heard. I think we all heard that.
Kind of exciting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Have we had a true freshman quarterback start game one since 2004?
No.
I don't think so.
Josh Dobbs didn't. Obviously, JG didn't do that.
Bray didn't
do that. Man, that is kind of wild to think about. It's been 20 years.
The first game. And there was an energizing feeling in 2004 when Fulmer just sort of passed over. I think it was CJ Leak. Was it Chris or CJ? Who was the one who played at Florida? Chris. CJ Leak just sort of passed him over and said, hey, this guy's not good enough. We're going to go with the young kids. And yeah, we might take some lumps along the way, but it was kind of got people going in the preseason. And it's not done yet, but it certainly feels like if Brandon has another big scrimmage on Saturday over there, that it'll be his job.
Yeah, and we knew these scrimmages were the most important days of practice for these QBs. They can throw routes on air all they want against maybe some 7-on-7 or something like that, but until you get the guys in game situations, you're not going to know. And the fact that they're saying that, there were some early communication errors with both QBs trying to get everything going, but that Faison looked the part is very encouraging.
And in fairness to George, the one interception that you saw the highlight of, you couldn't, again, funky angle, but I was told that, that really wasn't his fault. It's more of a great play by Arion Carter off a tipped ball as opposed to anything that George did wrong. Did hear that maybe he was holding on to the ball a little bit too long.
We've always heard.
Yeah, it was kind of the MO coming out of spring practice, is that he wasn't ripping it quite as quickly, but we'll see, man. It seems like Faison Brandon has the inside track here.
I just hear that the ball just sounds different.
It sounds.
I'm hearing the word zip repeatedly.
That's right. No, I and we put a lot of stock in what the VolQuest guys say too, and then Brent Hubbs was saying it too. What they keep kind of deducing is, like Walker said too, when it's different, when it's at least 11-on-11, maybe guys not smashing each other, but still there's contact and everything else. It's like maybe it just upped the ante for Faison, and he responded accordingly. So it's good. It was, last week was, I think about where we were this time last week, and everybody was saying, hey man, we got a quarterback race going on. And now we're back to Faison. Maybe it's his to lose.
Right.
So
you excited about? I mean, you've had an acute case of Brandonitis for
Yes.
months now. This is what you've been wanting.
absolutely. I'm there for it. Let's just, I do have to think with that opener being Furman that it's not a massive opponent that we're playing. I still believe we're going to see both of them in that game.
Yes.
Extensively too.
I would hope so. If we don't, and it's like that Austin P debacle a couple of years ago, where it's like 30-14 in the fourth quarter, and we can't play the backups because we can't, because it's still a game, that's going to be problematic.
Again, even almost to the point where I would like to see maybe, if there's not like clear separation, that it's not one quarterback for the first half and another in the second half. It'd be like, maybe first quarter, second quarter splits or something. But
you do. See, I'd like to see, if it's Faison, I'd like to see him play the entire first half and then maybe a couple of series in the second half to do the whole halftime adjustments, whatever, and just get him used to that aspect of it. After that, I think this is important because we've seen, we saw this last year. Just let George play the rest of the game.
Yeah.
Like, don't try and give Staub reps and the walk on a series just because you feel like you owe it to him. Let George play the rest of the game. I feel like that happened last year, where it's like, okay, well, first of all, we got to get Merklinger a couple of series.
Yep.
Then we got to get George a series or two. Then we're going to go ahead and play the, Navy Schuler or whoever.
Yeah.
The last, it's like, just, you can't be, everybody's getting paid now. Nobody's a walk-on. You're getting free school. You got to do what's best for the team.
Yeah.
And what's best for the team is that both of these guys get experience. And look, we all hope Faison is the prince who was promised, and he's able to come in here and tear it up right off the get-go. But God forbid he, turns an ankle or worse. George needs to be ready. I do have a feeling that you're going to see both of them as the season goes along. So
yeah, and what I was getting at is if Heupel still has not anointed somebody clearly going into the Furman game, then that's why I'd be like, okay, then let's see one in the first quarter, one in the second. But if it is Faison's job, then let's get him as much run consistently as possible. Then let George play. And I agree with you. Just let them both finish the game and nobody else.
Coming up, more on the quarterback battle. Plus, we'll tell you what we're hearing about all the other positions on the field. Some good, some not so good. We'll get into it to levels that can only be described as beyond scientific, ladies and gentlemen. It is The Drive on a Monday afternoon. Open lines if you want to jump in. Your thoughts, 865-966-3435. Hot question today, number 20 in the AP poll. Too high, too low, just right. Your thoughts, 865-966-3435. It's The Drive on Fan Run Radio. We're back with more after this.
The Drive.
From Rocky Top to the rest of the SEC and beyond, this is Big Orange Country's sports radio superstation, Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
Is your crawl space damp, musty, or showing signs of mold? Call S&D Crawl Space and Insulation. From crawl space encapsulation and mold remediation to waterproofing, insulation, and dehumidifiers, S&D helps protect your home from moisture and poor air quality. Serving Knoxville and surrounding areas. Call 865-602-0590. That's 865-602-0590. S&D Crawl Space and Insulation, protecting your home from the ground up.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Grab a pack, grab your friends, everything else in life can wait. Your friends shouldn't. Let's go. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
One homestand remaining to see your Knoxville Smokies in action. That's it. The first week of September, your Smokies are home against the Chattanooga Lookouts, and we're closing out the season with amazing promotions every night. Taco Tuesday and All-You-Can-Eat Wednesday, less than $20 for tons of food and game tickets. Nice. Our final Thirsty Thursday, final fireworks show, and we end the season with our fan appreciation game. Get your tickets now at SmokiesBaseball.com.
Knoxville Smokies. We really need to get some branded stuff. Shirts, hats, promo items, something professional.
I mean, we could just find a website and order a bunch of it ourselves.
You could, but you're taking a big risk. You don't know the quality, the fit, the timeline. It's a roll of the dice.
Yeah, I guess, but isn't that how everyone does it now?
Not the ones who actually care about how their brand looks. Look, if we're putting our name on it, it needs to be done right. We need SM Athletics.
SM Athletics?
Yeah, they specialize in working with businesses like ours. Apparel, hats, promo gear, but real, customized stuff. They actually care if it turns out right.
Probably a lot better than getting stuck with 100 t-shirts with crooked logos.
Exactly. Plus, they'll walk you through everything. Sizing, colors, material, so it matches the image we're trying to build.
Makes sense. What's the name again?
SM Athletics. Trust me, if you want to look like a real company, not a flea market stand, this is the move. If you're serious about your brand, work with people who are serious about getting it right. SM Athletics.
Matlock Tire, East Tennessee's #1 tire service and auto repair shop since 1953. Matlock means auto service you can trust. At Matlock, they don't just do tires, they also do oil changes, brake repair, wheel alignments, and more. Visit one of their 5 locations in Farragut, Maryville, Lenore City, Athens, and Hardin Valley. You can schedule your service online today at MatlockTireService.com. Modern convenience, hometown service, Matlock Tire Service and Auto Repair.
Are you ready for the start of a new season? Maybe looking for your team to go on a tournament run? Get game day ready with Crumble. Head on over to your nearest location and pick up 12 pre-selected cookies plus exclusive toppers. When you're looking for dessert options, there's no question about who you should call on. Our listeners already know. Last year, the Dubai chocolate was a home run, along with the brownie batter. Oreo crumb was another crowd favorite. What new flavor will set the standard this season? If you're in the Knoxville area, there are 3 locations ready to serve you. Clinton Highway, Parkside Drive, and Maryville. Download the Crumble app to build your best lineup and vote on the best combos. You can even put your bid in to request a new flavor. Order in the app and slide on over to your nearest location. Tell them Fan Run sent you, and as always, it's for the fans, by the fans. Don't miss the cookies.
With you, BK Vols says Indiana was AP preseason 20 last year for what it's worth. Let's see what you did there, BK Vols. Tennessee can make it 2 for 2 on preseason number 20s, winning a national championship next season. Tampa Vols says, I don't care about our ranking. Beating Georgia Tech and Texas would put us where we need to be. That's all that matters now. I would wholeheartedly concur with that. GBO Kyle Beach says, one sports service I listened to says George did better. And then the other one says Faison did better. I know Arion Carter had a one-handed interception on George that he took back for a touchdown. He didn't take that back for a touchdown. Did you see the highlight of that?
I heard about it.
It was an incredibly athletic play. I mean, I think it was UT Sports released the video, but it was one of those. It looked like the camera was on the grass.
Yeah.
So I mean, you can't really see George throw the ball. It's just you see Arion kind of like it looked like he's running toward the sideline and then reached back against the direction he was going, tipped it up in the air with one hand, and then made a insane acrobatic catch for an interception.
Yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah, I mean, it was a pretty sweet play.
I'm glad they didn't really get to show George. Otherwise, we'd have a Jalen Hurts situation on our hands. If you remember watching that last week. Yeah, if anyone didn't see it, basically the Eagles' social media released a video of Jalen Hurts looking like he was about to throw a highlight, and it's just an interception right to the middle of the safety.
Well, Arch Manning got that treatment too from their social team, where the caption on the Texas tweet was Cam Coleman doing Cam Coleman things, and like it is an amazing play. He's reaching up, snaring a pass out of the sky, like it looks like he's 10 feet in the air, one-handed, but. I mean, it wasn't a very long throw, and it was way high. It was not a great pass. There was no need for the acrobatic catch if Arch Manning makes a better pass.
Back to the scrimmage. I heard DeJuan Morris had he broke off like a 99-yard run.
Yeah, I heard that there was a 99-yard touchdown. I heard that all the running backs looked great, including Gordon from Tulane. I've heard that he's just a load. Both him and Deshaun Bishop bring the pain. Right now, and
awesome.
You kind of worried a little bit for maybe some undersized Furman defensive backs who are going to try and step in the hole and take those two on.
How big is he? Do you know his measurements?
Not off the top of my head.
I'll find it.
But, I mean, this is his, third year of college football? Maybe just his second. But,
He's 5'10", 212. Bowling ball.
Yeah, it's put together, man. That's pretty good. And Deshaun's about the same, maybe a little heavier, maybe up near 220.
I thought Deshaun was a little taller.
Well.
Maybe.
Yeah, I heard that those guys looked very good. Now, this is where you get into the age-old scrimmage conundrum, right?
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean? That our running backs looked good and our running game looked good? Because you can say that's a great thing. We're going to run all over people, or you could say we're going to get run all over on. And that was the other thing I heard people who saw this, Bob, is that the defensive line was, as one person put it to me, average to slightly above average, but no stars on that defensive line. That's a little concerning.
But we've been talking about that. I mean, I think that's the potential weak link, although the defensive backfield's now entering the chat in that regard, just given the Idris Farouk news and their questionable depth to begin with.
Well, you want to be good up the middle, right, on defense, and you're going to be missing Carter for the first two games, and now Farouk is out. I didn't hear much about the secondary play.
No,
that's the one area I heard that the linebackers are very solid, pretty good, even with, when they went to the 2s and 3s without Arion and Amari Campbell, that those guys looked pretty good. But I guess the question marks probably defensive line, and now secondary, you're a little bit worried at safety and with some of the depth issues right there. But heard the running backs were very good, offensive line is very good, and just continued to hear great things about the wide receivers.
That's exciting to me. Of course, got to make sure we got a guy who can get him the ball, but I mean,
particularly Mike Matthews.
Yeah.
And I assume Staley is going to be at least as good as he was last year. Kind of assume that he takes a step forward, but hearing Mike Matthews is just unguardable basically right now.
Our guy Ryan Sylvia over at Rocky Top Insider, he kind of projected a starting lineup based on what we know at the moment. And we've been talking about wide receiver 3 and who's that going to be? He's got Travis Smith there.
Yeah.
I mean, it is an embarrassment of riches right now, because I mean, if he had said Rodarius Jackson, I'd say, okay. If he said TK Keys, I'd say, okay. I mean, that's one area we don't have to worry about. I don't think and to your point, Matthews and Staley are just dogs. So, I mean, that's a great starting point.
Yeah. I mean, people forget like how highly touted Travis Smith was last year. I mean, he was by far our top receiver, much higher rated than Rodarius Jackson.
Yeah.
Was. And I think he might have been a 5-star on one service or a 5-star at one time. Like he was a highly touted prospect that everybody wanted. Tennessee got him. I think he battled some injuries, and he was a true freshman last year, playing behind more experienced players. So didn't really probably get as many opportunities as he would have liked to show what he can do. But it sounds like he's getting those opportunities now.
I do think, based on what we're hearing back to the defense, what we're hearing about the defensive line, given the fact that we feel a little hobbled now in the defensive backfield, and even with Arion Carter out, we've always talked about the strength of the linebacking core, et cetera. We are truly going to see how much of a defensive genius Jim Knowles is, in my opinion, because I think he's going to have to innovate a little bit here on defense to make all this work. It doesn't mean it's going to be a disaster, but I mean, they've got some challenges right now.
Well, think about what you've lost on that side of the ball from what you thought you're going to, we've already sort of processed the disappointment of the Chaz Coleman situation, but he was going to be like, he was supposed to be your dynamic guy up front. And so you're not going to have him. We've known that for a while now. Then you lose Arion Carter via the suspension. Then you lose Jadon Harmon. And it's like, okay, now we've lost two guys at that level. And now you've lost Idris Farouk, which, by the way, that came out over the weekend, confirmed a patellar tendon.
Yeah.
Basically your kneecap. Doesn't sound like it's a career-ending thing, but almost certainly a season-ending thing. And hopefully he's able to come back. But that's a shame, man, because that's another guy, kind of like Mike Matthews is getting all the headlines, have taken a big step forward in his third year. On the offensive side of the ball, we're hearing much the same thing about Farouk on the defensive side of the ball.
Yeah. It's like, who's it going to be? We talked about it on Friday, right? It's obviously, Metcalf and Lane. Does Burks get some additional run now? Because at least the guy's he's got mileage on the tires in a good way. He's got experience playing, not at a Power 5 level.
Feels like they like Dylan Lewis as a prospect. I mean, we just haven't seen him yet, but hearing some positive buzz even before the Farouk injury around his development. So that goes probably from a thing where it's like, okay, like this guy's flashed a little, maybe we put him in the development program and hope for something to actually, we need this guy. We need him to go ahead and come along, because probably going to have to play at some point this season. 865-966-3435, your phone number to get on the show this afternoon, 966-3435. We will go open lines this afternoon if you want to chime in. We do have What You Talk About coming up in hour number 3 of the show. Champions League lineup is complete. We will be taking 2 provisionals, not provisionals. What's the word I'm looking for? Alternates. We are taking 2 alternates in case of need for a fill-in. So we'll do one today, one tomorrow, and then we will move into Champions League play at some point in the near future. Very exciting.
Yeah, it's I even heard from some people. There's chatter like after the show that people talk about it, man. It's I'm sure some of it's the time of year and that's why we do it, but it's kind of a staple now for a lot of the listeners. They love it.
It's a sure sign that the season is upon us when you get to August and you start hearing our knuckleheads going at it. And What You Talk About, we even had a rare appearance by William the Conqueror at the end of the show Friday. Kind of called out Roberto. We'll see if we can arrange that, the two of them. I'd like to see William the Conqueror in action one more time, kind of like Old Timers Day, just legends of the game. He gets to come out, wave his hat to the crowd, and everybody gives him a nice round of applause. That'd be cute.
Kind of an exhibition, right?
Yes.
Kind of like a Tyson Jake Paul thing or something.
Yeah, or a little Bobby Riggs versus Billie Jean King. How's that for a reference?
That was good. That
was before my time. The other thing I heard coming out of the scrimmage, by the way, Ethan Davis, I know we talked about that a couple of times last week. It's like, oh, man, this guy can't stay healthy. Now he's not practicing. heard from actually multiple sources, and I think this has been reported online. I think Heupel even said, or maybe Alec Ablin, yeah, nothing to worry about there. He's good.
Let's hope.
Well, that's nice to hear.
Yeah.
We get a little bit of injury luck. You said we hope the injury gods stay away from us now after Farouk last week. So we got to knock on wood for that.
Yeah, don't even bring that up, Walker.
You said it.
Can we not say the I word this week?
Okay, we won't say it.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves, but say Faison Brandon is the guy.
Go ahead and say it.
Go on.
What do we think? If we're handicapping the fan base's expectations, how patient will they be with Faison Brandon?
I think they'd be more patient than they would with George.
Yes.
Yeah.
Here's another reason why it's probably best if Faison goes ahead and wins the job here. If it's really too close to call and they end up starting George in that Furman game just based on senior, hey, we're going to play. You know where I'm going with this?
Yeah.
Hey, we're going to play them both, but George gets the first crack at it because he's been here a year longer. Like, there's going to be no patience, right? If he throws a single incompletion on that first possession, people are going to be booing, we want Faison, all that stuff. And then like when Faison finally does come into the game, there's going to be a huge cheer, which is just going to be all kinds of awkward sauce.
Yeah.
Right. So you don't want that. I think if Faison is the starter and he plays the first couple of series or even the first half and into the second half, by the time George comes in, like nobody's going to be booing. Nobody's going to be, I think, and hopefully they'll give him a warm round of applause. It's like, hey, George, thanks for being here. We need you. We need a good backup here. It's true freshman, likes to run around a lot. You never know what's going to happen in a long season. Let's get this development going. I think that people will be more patient with if Faison is named the starter. I mean, again, like taking it back to 2004, the 03 team, as I recall, was pretty good. I think that was the last Clausen year. Ended up getting creamed in the Peach Bowl by Maryland or Clemson or somebody like that. It was kind of like, it had gotten a little stale.
Yeah.
It had gotten a little stale, and then you just injected some excitement into the program. They ended up having a good year, went to the SEC championship game against Auburn that year.
Yes. That sounds right.
Rick Clausen was the starter at the end of the year because they both got hurt. But again, you're going to need both of these quarterbacks, I think, George and Faison. But they ended up having a nice year, but there was just, I don't know if it's the element of the unknown or what, but there was just a palpable sense of excitement going into that season. It lasted through the entire year. And I think that if Faison is indeed named the starter here this season, that it'll be kind of the same thing.
Conversely, I think back to the playoff year, the opener against, was it Chattanooga?
In 24?
Yeah.
Yes.
Nico obviously torched them. And I remember texting with some of the guys on the RTI thread, and we were all like...
We were all in the throes of Nicosis.
It's like, this guy is real as blank. I mean, this is... I could...
And even the next week against NC State, like, and even against Oklahoma, man, like we were really bought in.
That's my point, is like, the flip side to this is if Faison comes out there and does a couple things, even against Furman, we will be up in our feels, man, for sure. Yeah, just know how the fan base is. I'll be that way too.
Yeah, it's exciting. It feels like it is trending towards the freshmen. We will continue to break this down with you when we continue. Plus, what's your guys' thoughts on the Pat McAfee album?
Oh, God.
I haven't heard any of it, but...
judging from Walker's reaction, I thought this might be like Walker's generation. This might be their thing. I don't know. There's got to be a market for this somewhere. Somebody's listening to this. We'll talk about it when we continue. The Drive, Fan Run Radio, back with more right after this.
The Drive.
Tony Basilio, the official voice of the common fan, is now on Fan Run Radio. Fan Run Radio. Tony Basilio, weekdays from 11 to 1. Be there.
Hey, Vol Nation, football season is almost here, and we're looking for sponsors to join the Fan Run family this fall. If you or someone you know owns or operates a business, we'd love to talk to you about advertising on The Drive, Voluntary Reaction, The Basilio Show, Talk Sports, and other award-winning fan run programming. Just shoot me an email to russell@fanrunsportsgroup.com. That's RUSSELL@fanrunsportsgroup.com.
Is your yard starting to look more wild than welcoming? Yeah, don't let your landscape be that house on the block. At ECR Total Landscapes, we make sure your outdoor space is something you're proud of. From de-weeding flower beds to leaf blowing, trimming, mulching, and more, completely customizable to your property's specific needs. We'll handle it all. Why spend your weekends sweating it out in the yard when you can just sit back and enjoy it? That's the ECR difference. And right now, new customers can get 10% off your first month of our monthly maintenance package when you sign up for a full calendar year. That's right. Consistent, reliable service at a price that makes it easy to get started. No sweat, no hassle, just a better looking lawn week after week. Call ECR Total Landscapes today and mention promo code FANRUN to save 10% on your first month. Call 865-384-2012 or visit us online at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Barley's has live music on weekends, general team trivia on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m., and now live sports trivia courtesy of the Knoxville Trivia Guys every Thursday night upstairs. The game starts at 7 p.m. and is free to play for everyone, so head on down to the Old City and show off your sports knowledge and win gift cards to Barley's. Use those gift cards to buy some delicious food and drinks, and you can take it all in with their wide selection of TVs and indoor projectors. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Is your crawl space damp, musty, or showing signs of mold? Call S&D Crawl Space and Insulation.
Rick Barnes' latest purchase. Yeah. It's over there at Toyota of Knoxville, looks like. Rick Barnes, man of the people. He's got money to go shop at Maserati. He can have a new Porsche imported direct from Italy or, Germany, wherever. Is Porsche Italy?
No.
Germany. Yeah. He can have, Rick Barnes can buy any automobile he wants. He's over there buying a Toyota. Hey, man. Can't beat that legendary Japanese precision workmanship and reliability.
Yeah, he's already had a Sequoia, so he must be just getting a new one. But
that's a big car.
It's a big car. He's always driven the big SUVs.
Yeah.
That's what I've always seen him in.
Well, isn't it because he likes to, when big recruits come on visits, he'll drive families around in his big SUV?
It's a good point, Walker. He's got to drive tall people around from time to time.
Well, yeah, I remember, I think I've told you guys the story of when, I'm blanking on his name, Chaz, when Lanier was here a few years ago. I was my first year home from college, so we went and got dinner over at Ruth's Chris, and as we were walking out, Barnes pulls up with Lanier in his big SUV with all of his family as we're walking out, and he's it's like a clown car of just big guys.
It's a pretty good story, Walker.
Yeah,
it's a pretty good story. It's not as good as Derek Dooley making you a hamburger.
I mean, nothing
when you're
can top
12.
that.
I mean, that's pretty good. That's what I thought you were going to say. And then all of a sudden you're eating supper at Ruth's Chris with Rick Barnes.
No, we were walking out while they were walking in.
Bob would have been very jealous.
Well, it was fun. The funniest part was as we were walking out, Rick, he's driving by.
Oh, Rick, we're on a first name basis now.
Okay. Coach Barnes was driving out, and as we were walking by to go to our car, my mom just looks over and says, "Go get him, Rick," as he were walking
Your
in for the
mom's-
recruiting dinner.
Go get him, Rick.
Go get him, Rick.
What did he do?
He looked back and said, "We need him. We're going to do our best. We need him." And they go in, and he commits like the next day or two.
He did.
He did.
Wouldn't have happened without your mom.
It might not have
like,
happened.
Nudging him a little bit. He's like, I was just looking forward to getting a good steak. But yeah, I'm recruiting. I'm working right now.
That was funny.
What kind of terms you think Barnes gets on a new Toyota Sequoia over there at Toyota of Knoxville? 20% down, about 5% interest, something like that.
I don't know. I mean, yeah, maybe. I think
I think he's writing a check.
Yeah, probably. I mean, he's also. I've always thought that he gets university.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he probably doesn't even have to write a check.
No.
He
Probably in his contract.
Oh, man, we are in the wrong business.
He's probably just signing over. Like he had to sign something to take.
Guy
possession
makes
of the
$6
car.
million a year. Yeah, let's give him a new car just because.
No,
I ain't even mad at him. I ain't hating the player.
Nope.
No.
That doesn't have to pay for his country club membership. Doesn't have to pay for his car. It's a good gig if you can get it.
Absolutely.
Is it still Cherokee?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Free Cherokee membership?
Believe so.
Yeah.
It was one of my earliest memories of Knoxville. This is not a good memory, but my dad was taking us somewhere. This was like 89 or 90, whenever Wade Houston had been hired. And it was a big controversy. Cherokee at the time did not accept African Americans. And my dad was taking us, we were going down Lions View, and there was on a Saturday or Sunday, and there was a big protest going on there. I remember like specifically somebody had a big poster board that said, "Let Wade in."
What year was this?
It's like late 80s.
Sheesh.
When Wade Houston had got here. Yeah, it was a big controversy, man. And I'd grown up, that was like my first exposure to racism. I mean, to show you how sheltered I was, like until 9 years old. I mean, I was like, what's going on? And Dad had to explain it to me.
Wow.
It's like, oh, okay.
Wow, I'd never
That
heard
is wild.
that story.
Yeah. Yeah. But you get to go to Cherokee, play a little golf, eat over in the clubhouse.
Mm-hmm.
Got a nice pool in there. Nice indoor tennis. I played at their indoor tennis facility a couple of times through the years.
It's a good spot.
It is.
Shout out to Billy Batts. Big Bill Amick getting the call up to AAA with the Mets.
He's having himself a quiet year. Quietly good because we have all these other good prospects in triple and double A that we've talked about a couple of times throughout the year, like Burke, Fish, couple of pitchers, and Amick's down there still raking.
Now this guy
I don't think he's going to be down there much longer.
No, he
He's
won't.
knocking on the door now.
Yeah.
This guy's not a prospect anymore. I was watching the other night, Ben Joyce closing out like the Angels.
Is he back?
Yes.
In the majors? Okay.
Yeah. And Detmer's older brother, Reed, was pitching fantastically for the Angels that night. Went 8 innings, struck out like 13 or something. It was only a 1-0 game, and they brought Joyce in the 9th, and he
shut him down,
locked them down. Yeah. Hit 103 multiple times.
Oh, man, he's got Mason Miller type stuff. He just couldn't stay healthy. Like,
Yeah.
he's got the speed.
It gets
not quite the breaking ball that Mason Miller has, but he's got the fastball. And if you have a fastball that's that good, and you only need to pitch for 3 outs, all you need to do is get one good off-speed pitch, and you can be dominant.
It gets into the whole human elbow, not meant to throw that hard thing. And I mean, he's already had Tommy John twice.
Yep.
By the way, R.I.P. Tommy John.
Yes.
Yeah.
Passing away over the weekend.
Yes.
I mean, how would you feel about that as a legacy? Like, and he was a great pitcher, right?
Yeah, great player.
But when you hear Tommy John, you're not like, I don't even see the person. It's like an abstract concept. You hear Tommy John, you think arm surgery.
Yes.
And all the guys who have had it.
Yeah, and I mean
that will be what.
Yeah.
When you think of Tommy John, if you think of him 50 years from now, you're going to think of the surgery. You won't think of the ball player.
Yeah, which, like, if that's your legacy, it's pretty good. A revolutionary surgery that has saved hundreds of pitchers' careers who would not have had it beyond then. So I'd say that's pretty good Although there's, you hear Tommy John, it's pretty negative now because of all the elbow stuff. But
that's
what would happen if you didn't have it anymore.
There is a
and these
negative
guys are
connotation.
done.
Yeah.
Like it used to be that if you blow out your elbow, you're done. Like you won't pitch again because Tommy John didn't exist. And now it does. And there are so many fireballers that have been able to keep their careers going. But on the contrary, there's so many of them that have to get it at such a young age that it, is controversial.
Billy Amick probably going to benefit from going to the Mets. I probably gets to the big leagues quicker than he would have with the Twins. I'm not an expert on the Twins. Probably going to watch him play a little bit this week. The Braves are up there, I believe, for the series beginning tonight. But he came over there to New York for the A.J. Minter trade, I believe. So if the Twins are buyers, they must be doing something right this season.
That division's just pretty competitive. It's in like a we're not all bad, but we're not all very good kind of vibe.
Yeah.
Where like the White Sox have been a fun story. The Tigers, since trading Skubal, have been really good, and the Twins decided to not sell.
That wild.
They've just been good. That's what it is. I mean, if you watch baseball, know the name Kevin McGonigal. That kid.
Oh, he's tough.
He is probably going to be the rookie of the year and is like 21, 22, and is just carrying that team on his back.
GBO Kyle Beach says, Travis Smith Jr. reminds me of an A.J. Brown type, the way he's put together. Hey, pump the brakes a little bit there, GBO Kyle Beach. I mean, you do what you want. Compare him to the All-Pro. I'll pump the brakes a little bit for you there. Hypel Sig says, I could tell the defense is struggling because Bear has been out. First of all, I don't really know where he's going with that, but I can tell you there is no correlation between Bear's absence and the defensive struggles. And again, who's to say the defense is struggling? This is preseason football and a scrimmage. You got to be careful. I was listening to the Basilio show earlier today, and Bino was waxing poetic about the infamous 1998 first scrimmage of the preseason when most media came away thinking, the transition from Peyton Manning to the post-Peyton era is not looking good. And we all know what happened in 1998. They were a pretty good team that year.
Yeah.
They were all right.
Not bad.
And I will say, like, that 98 offense, I mean, it was not great from the get-go. You'll remember Jamal Lewis ran wild on Syracuse, and they were able to win that game. But then against Auburn on the road when Lewis tore up his knee, and the Florida game, obviously, that year, like the offense was, I won't say they were bad, they were average at best. It took a while for T. Martin to get his sea legs and all that stuff, but football has just changed so much since then. Almost 30 years now. Hard to believe, but it's almost been 30 years since then. And I just feel that Josh Heupel, he has a way, he's shown this, of just getting productive quarterback play. And maybe I'm looking at this through #orange-flavored glasses. But I got to believe, Bob, that if it is Faison, he's going to figure out a way to make Faison look good. I mean, I don't think we'll be running the full playbook that we were last year with Joey or back in 2022. But Heupel just figures out a way to score points, man. It's one of the more endearing aspects of this tenure.
Yeah, I feel like we got to trust him. I mean, we don't have a choice, but I think so. I mean, I'm just laughing on the live chat. There's a lot of people are saying G-Ball was saying correlation being implied about Bear was because Knowles looks like Bear. So if Bear,
okay, yeah, I forgot. Bear looks like Knowles. Knowles looks like Bear.
Yes. Back to baseball very quickly. We were talking about Vols, et cetera. Did you see Tony? Tony called his Giants out yesterday.
No.
Said they looked like a JUCO team. thing is, they kind of are. They have like no players that are outside of Devers and Adames. There's nobody else on that roster I recognize at this point. You know, Drew Gilbert, of course, but I mean, they got smoked by the Rockies yesterday.
Ooh.
Smoked.
Oof.
They walked 10 batters. Just nasty. Blade Tidwell pitched too. Did not pitch well.
Yeah, and you wonder, a young, unproven manager, how those kind of words go over in the clubhouse. It just continues to feel like the Tony Vitello experiment in San Francisco is not going well.
No.
And what does that mean for Tony and his future? I think we all feel like we haven't seen the last of him in college baseball, but probably seen the last of him at Tennessee.
Somebody, I think it was invoice from Danny. I got to confirm this, but he was saying today that they've extended Van Horn at Arkansas through to 31.
Yeah, I mean, he can retire at any time.
Sure.
To me, that just says he's coming back for next season.
Right.
But you get to a certain age, and Van Horn's got to be late 60s now.
Yeah.
You're just kind of, it's like Barnes. It's a year-to-year thing.
Yeah.
Hope he stays there for at least another year or two.
Yeah, I know.
Long enough for Vitello to get a job that isn't there. Hour number 2 of the drive coming up on many of these fan-run affiliates. Stay with us. Walker has a look at the news. And we're back with more right after this.
The Drive.
Fan Run Radio, Big Orange Country's sports radio superstation. Start your day off with Talk Sports with John Reed. Weekdays from 8 to 11. Then it's Tony Basilio from 11 to 1. The Playbook from 1 to 3. The Drive from 3 to 6. And overtime from 6 to 8. 12 hours of hard-hitting local sports radio every day. Right here on the flagship station for Tennessee fans. Fan Run Radio. Knoxville.
In a world filled with deadlines and screens, sometimes we forget the simple joys of life, days filled with special moments. At Inward Half, we understand the essence of these moments. Feel the difference between our breathable fabrics and flexible apparel as you disconnect from the hustle and bustle and reconnect with what truly matters. Inward Half, simple luxury for on and off the course.
Hey, Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
Citizens National Bank.
Are you getting penalized because you can't make it to your bank on time? No need for unnecessary roughness. It's time for a new game plan. Easily manage your accounts with Citizens National Bank's mobile banking app. Check your balance, deposit a check, and pay a bill, all from your phone with CNB's mobile banking.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
Is your crawl space damp, musty, or showing signs of mold? Call S&D Crawl Space and Insulation. From crawl space encapsulation and mold remediation to waterproofing, insulation, and dehumidifiers, S&D helps protect your home from moisture and poor air quality. Serving Knoxville and surrounding areas, call 865-602-0590. That's 865-602-0590. S&D Crawl Space and Insulation, protecting your home from the ground up.
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work hard, play hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axle Logistics is the place to launch your career. Join us and take your ambition to the stars. To learn more, visit axlelogistics.com.
Vol fans, reimagine your home at Broadway Carpets and Flooring for any remodeling or building needs. With a variety of carpets, rugs, hardwood, vinyl, and stone, Broadway has all the flooring and installation options you're looking for, including pet-resistant products like Pet Perfect Carpet from Shaw Floors. Visit their showroom in downtown Knoxville or the location in West Knoxville located on Kingston Pike near Pellissippi Parkway today.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
September 10th isn't just a sale, it's an experience. Join us as Liquor Vault celebrates its first anniversary with the biggest savings event of the year. Experience rare bourbon drops, surprising barrel releases, and complimentary tastings all day. For the wine enthusiasts, you can check out Jason Drotar's Wine Passport Experience. Cigars, they've got them too. Enjoy hourly giveaways, exclusive one-day only anniversary pricing, and surprises throughout the day. Find a Vault Golden Ticket and receive exclusive access to Liquor Vault's highly anticipated end-of-year rare bourbon allocation. People will be talking about this event for months. The only question is, will you be there? The Vault Experience, September 10th, only at Liquor Vault's anniversary party. Located at 2901 Tazewell Pike. Check out their specials and sign up to get discounts at liquorvault.com.
It's time for the Drive's Top 4 at 4.
Hour number 2 of the Drive underway here on Fan Run Radio. We start with the top 4 at 4. It's a quick look at today's sports headlines with Walker Smith. Walker, what you got?
Thank you, Russ. At number 1, Tennessee football is ranked number 20 in the preseason AP Top 25 that came out today. 4 opponents from the 2026 schedule were also ranked in the poll from the AP voters, including Texas, Texas A&M, LSU, and Alabama.
Any other of those rankings stand out to you, Bob?
What you said earlier, it feels pretty generous to me about LSU. That's where I would begin. Arkansas, Alabama, not in the top 10 for like the first time in, I forget, it's some crazy number, like almost 20 years.
How many games does DeBoer have to win to keep his job, you think?
9.
Like if they go 6-6, he gets fired, right?
Yes. I think 9. I don't know if he stays at 10-4 or
8-4?
8-4, yeah.
8-4, those people will be so mad.
I think 9-3 they'll be mad.
Yes.
They'll be mad, but I think that's 9-3 is acceptable. Although they have isn't their SEC schedule pretty generous, all things considered? I'd have to go look at it, but from what I remember, they didn't have one of the best schedules or hardest schedules in conference.
Yeah, I don't recall.
We can look into it and talk about it later. But yeah, I think 8-4, DeBoer might be looking elsewhere.
Bama plays Georgia at home, at LSU, A&M at home. No Texas on the schedule. Plays at Tennessee. I do love that they've got that huge game with Georgia the week before us. They should be a little ripe.
I hope they win that game if that's the case.
That's a hell of a 3-week stretch for them. Georgia, at Tennessee, Texas A&M. And then at LSU. So they have a bye week, though.
Off week between A&M and LSU. But
yeah,
do we Tennessee fans be pulling for Alabama at LSU?
No.
No?
No. I think they'll just root for the clock.
Root against the structural integrity of the stadium. How about our boy Lane playing Rocky Top at practice today?
I saw that.
God, what a troll. Man.
All he does is think about us.
Hates us because he ain't us.
Exactly.
Knows it all started to go south for him when he left Knoxville.
Mm-hmm. Hey, who knows? If he doesn't leave Knoxville, he probably doesn't get tarmacked. You never know.
He doesn't leave Knoxville, we'll probably get put on probation. Probably have a very similar decade to what we ended up having.
Yes. At number 2, the NBA has found no evidence showing LA Clippers owner Steve Ballmer funneled money through the team sponsors to pay Kawhi Leonard in order to circumvent the salary cap. Instead, the NBA is focused on whether the team's introduction of Leonard to team sponsors constitutes a violation of the league rules, specifically salary cap circumvention rules. So basically, they're saying Steve Ballmer didn't do anything. At least
They
that's what
say he
they're
didn't do
finding.
anything, or is it saying we can't prove he did something?
They can't prove he did something. Now they're looking at whether or not Kawhi did this with an agent or on his own to maybe get himself some more money, that Ballmer might have introduced him to these guys, but didn't directly funnel money through it.
This investigation's been going on for like a year.
Oh, yeah.
And that this is what they come up with.
I mean, look, for anyone, Russell, you'd get this reference. For anyone that knows about Manchester City's 114 charges of breaking rules in the Premier League, that's been going on for 2+ years now of an investigation.
Cheaters.
This stuff moves slowly. This stuff moves very, very slowly. They are cheaters.
Just like the Yankees.
Yes.
Imagine being a fan of those two teams.
Yuck. Yuck.
So that's what clears the way for him probably to go through with the trade to Toronto now, right?
I
Kawhi?
think, but like they're still going to investigate if it was just Kawhi and the sponsorship or something like that. I don't know, but it seems like it's going to start to clear the way. At number 3, we have some breaking news as just moments ago, 4-star 2028 quarterback Caden Kraft has committed to Tennessee.
Let's go.
Over Florida, LSU, Michigan, Ole Miss, and Oregon. Kraft is ranked by 24/7 Sports as the 131st overall prospect and the number 9 overall QB in the class of 2028 and the number 5 junior in the state of North Carolina.
Feels a little bit like taking Merklinger the year after Nico.
Yeah,
probably going to be hard to, and I'm not saying that he's a Merklinger-like prospect. It sounds like this is a pretty good prospect. But I'm just making the comparison of it was always going to be hard to sign a can't-miss 5-star elite guy right after you signed Nico.
Yeah.
And I think it's kind of the same thing right after you signed Faison Brandon. One, I don't think that a guy that's going to scare some guys off. 2, it's just, are you going to invest the kind of money it would take to sign a prospect like that, knowing that you're going to be stashing them on the bench for at least a year?
Yeah, at least. I mean, we also have, this is 2028. This is 2 years down the road. We already, as of right now, have a QB in the class of 2027. Now we have this kid, and by 2028, Faison should still be in like the prime of his college career, hopefully. So
this is Kraft is class of 2028.
2028.
Okay. Always get that. It's always a little confusing.
Yeah, so 2 classes from now, not the class that we have. I'm blanking on the QB's name.
Baker.
Yeah, Baker, who we're going to be competing with to keep down the stretch.
It's not Dylan Baker, is it? It's
I don't know.
Look into it.
I shouldn't have done that. I should. Yeah, sure, Dylan Baker.
Yeah. And at number 4, Cristiano Ronaldo, who is considered one of the greatest players of all time in soccer, is close to hanging up his cleats, according to him. The legendary player told Vogue in an interview that following his recent wedding, this upcoming season is probably his last year of professional
Prince Walker, look it up. Thank you, Walker. That is the top 4 at 4, brought to you by our friends over at Knoxville Smiles. It's where I go to the dentist. And if your smile is not ready for football season, well, you need to call the folks over at Knoxville Smiles, where they believe everyone deserves a confident, healthy smile they can be proud of. They do it all over there, from routine dental cleanings and checkups to teeth whitening and complete smile makeovers. Knoxville Smiles has you covered. So give them a call today, 865-539-1776, or you could just go online to knoxvillesmiles.com, schedule your appointment there. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles. Our phone number, if you want to get on the show this afternoon, 865-966-3435. Your number to get on board here, talking about the big scrimmage over on campus, and it's beginning to look a lot like Faison. You know, the Caden Kraft commitment, is there a better quarterback whisperer in college, a more renowned quarterback whisperer than Josh Heupel at this point? Because you look at all the coaches that are quote-unquote better than him, obviously Kirby, defensive guy. I think when you think of Cignetti, I don't know that I consider him a quarterback guy. I consider him just he's the total package, right? He's a program guy, kind of like Saban. Maybe Kiffin.
I was going to say Kiffin. It pains me to say. I would say he's maybe in the same conversation. I'm not saying he's better out than
Is
Josh.
Ryan Day a quarterback guy? He was an offense guy.
Yeah.
But I don't hear a lot about him like developing quarterbacks, right?
Yeah. I don't think we do.
Sark. I think Sark's got that reputation as well. I mean, if this continues and, Heupel is just, he's reeling them in left and right, and he seems to sign a good one from high school every year. And when he has had to, he's been able to go in the portal, and, Milton was the highest rated portal guy he got, but the best ones he worked his magic with were on Hooker and Aguilar, who weren't, unknown prospects at all, but they certainly were not ballyhooed either.
Yeah. G-Ball 423 reminds us. Lincoln Riley, that's another one.
Yeah.
Good quarterback development guy for sure.
Boy, he's got to show something this year too, doesn't he?
I think he might, actually. I mean, they're pretty loaded. Of course, Big Ten's going to be tough at the very top, so they've got that to navigate. But G-Ball reminds us, so Riley had Baker Mayfield, Jalen Hurts, Caleb Williams.
He's had a good run.
Spencer Rattler.
Would you rather have the quarterback guru or the defensive guru?
Quarterback guru.
I think so too.
You want an entertaining product, man.
I think so. You would probably, if he's truly a defensive guru and not a Jeremy Pruitt fake defensive guru.
Yeah.
If he's that's probably more conducive to winning. But winning can't be guaranteed, as we all know. And I just want to go fast, Eddie. To quote Ricky Bobby, I want to have fun. Josh Heupel, even last year, and I mean, heck, you ended up 8-5, but it was a fun journey, right? I mean, you go into any games thinking, well, gee, I hope we can score more than 20 points this year or this week. A lot of folks getting excited for what you talk about. Well, all right, so people want to know, we're looking for 2 alternates because it seems like every year we have trouble tracking at least one person down. So we're going to go ahead and name 2 alternates. We'll take one today. We'll take one tomorrow. And then we'll get moving with the Champions League presentation this year, which of course is very exciting, as it is every year. But we also need to get Walker, do you have the list of the 8 so far who have made it?
Yes, sir, I do.
I do not have that in front of me.
Would you like me to name them off or just send it?
Yeah, and we're hoping to like give nicknames and stuff too, right?
Yes, we are. And we have nicknames for one guy for sure. And Charlie.
Well, Rando's in there.
Well, yeah, I guess that is a nickname, Rando.
What was Charlie?
He's kicked in the Vols from France.
Yes, called in from the French Alps
And
to
won.
win what you talking about.
So-
Champion Nick.
Yes, so we have Champion Nick, we have Jay, we have Jordan, we have Scott, Rando, Tim, Derek, and Charlie, who is also known as Kicked in the Vols. So if any of these guys who have been named would like to submit a nickname to the Council of Elders, we will adhere to it if it's good.
Who am I missing? I've got Nick. All right. Feel like Nick as he's going to be tough to beat as the defending champion.
I think I got a dark horse.
Yeah.
And Nick's good, obviously. Defending champ and all.
Mm-hmm.
Don't sleep on Scott.
It's your guy, Scott.
Well, after he got out of that car situation.
Oh, yeah. He was the guy. He disappeared on us. Yeah.
He was good. He was quick on the answers. As a matter of fact, he repeated his answers each time almost and still got 13.
That was a good performance, especially on a second try. Glad to see he was able to lock in a little
Jordan
more.
was a second try guy as well,
I
wasn't
believe
he?
so,
Correct.
yes. I think everyone other than that has been a first try.
Jay was in Champions League last year, so he's got some experience here.
Mm-hmm. Was Jordan in Champions League last year, or did he just miss out? I think someone said they just missed out. Might have been Rando.
Should be an entertaining matchup. A couple of entertaining matchups. All right, coming up, we'll get back to today's hot question. What do you think about this AP poll ranking for Tennessee? Coming in the first AP poll at number 20, too high, too low, or are we in the Goldilocks zone? We'll let you know what the online polls are saying when we continue. Plus, we have an outstanding question from a member of the listening audience. We will kick around when we continue. A couple lines available if you want to jump in. 865-966-3435, your phone number to get on the show today. 966-3435. Back with more Fan Run Radio right after this.
The Drive.
Catch up with all things Fan Run by subscribing to our podcast feed. Like, rate, and download the show from the Fan Run app or wherever you get your podcasts.
White Claw is taking hard seltzer to new heights with White Claw Surge. At 8% alcohol, White Claw Surge is a stronger wave of refreshment that doesn't compromise on taste. Available in 4 bold waves of flavor like ripe blackberry, citrusy blood orange, zesty natural lime, and tart cranberry. Check out your favorite retailer in-store and online for the White Claw Surge Variety 12-pack and 16-ounce single-serve cans. White Claw Surge. Please drink responsibly.
Is your crawl space damp, musty, or showing signs of mold? Call S&D Crawl Space and Insulation. From crawl space encapsulation and mold remediation to waterproofing, insulation, and dehumidifiers, S&D helps protect your home from moisture and poor air quality. Serving Knoxville and surrounding areas. Call 865-602-0590. That's 865-602-0590. S&D Crawl Space and Insulation. Protecting your home from the ground up.
Are you ready for the start of a new season? Maybe looking for your team to go on a tournament run? Get game day ready with Crumble. Head on over to your nearest location and pick up 12 pre-selected cookies plus exclusive toppers. When you're looking for dessert options, there's no question about who you should call on. Our listeners already know. Last year, the Dubai chocolate was a home run, along with the brownie batter. Oreo crumb was another crowd favorite. What new flavor will set the standard this season? If you're in the Knoxville area, there are 3 locations ready to serve you: Clinton Highway, Parkside Drive, and Maryville. Download the Crumble app to build your best lineup and vote on the best combos. You can even put your bid in to request a new flavor. Order in the app and slide on over to your nearest location. Tell them Fan Run sent you, and as always, it's for the fans, by the fans. Don't miss the cookies.
Is your car ready for the road ahead?
At Matlock Tire and Auto Service, they've got everything you need to keep you and your family safe on the road. Whether you need new tires, a quick oil change, or expert repairs, Matlock is your one-stop shop that keeps you moving safely. Matlock's certified technicians offer top-notch service for brakes, alignments, batteries, and more. Plus, they carry all the top tire brands, and they're the home of the world-famous price match guarantee. Bring in any competitor's ad, and they'll match the exact same tire for the exact same price. That's how Matlock Tire goes the extra mile for you. Convenient, reliable, affordable. Matlock Tire and Auto Service. Visit any of their 5 area locations in East Tennessee, in Farragut, Lenoir City, Maryville, Athens, and Hardin Valley. Find the location nearest you and schedule your appointment online today at matlocktireservice.com.
Vol fans, reimagine your home at Broadway Carpets and Flooring for any remodeling or building needs. With a variety of carpets, rugs, hardwood, vinyl, and stone, Broadway has all the flooring and installation options you're looking for, including pet-resistant products like Pet Perfect Carpet from Shaw Floors. Visit their showroom in downtown Knoxville or the location in West Knoxville located on Kingston Pike near Pellissippi Parkway today.
Your smile is one of the first things people notice, so why not make it unforgettable? At Knoxville Smiles, we believe everyone deserves a smile they're proud to show off, whether it's time for a routine checkup, a professional cleaning, or something more advanced like teeth whitening or veneers. Our expert team is here for you. We use the latest technology to provide the highest quality.
Severe thunderstorm watch in effect until 10 p.m. Here in my neck of the woods, anyway.
Yeah, my wife just said, she just texted me and said, I've never seen the sky so dark before. It's almost black, at least up by our house.
Yeah,
I need to run outside and look.
It's looking pretty gnarly in, I mean, we're in deep West Knoxville, like east of us.
Yeah.
Let me get a weather report real quick, see where we're at. Yeah, it's all north of us, and it does look pretty nasty.
Thunderstorms.
Yeah, coming
high
in
wind
from the west. I don't know if it's something to batten down the hatches, but just be careful out there.
It looks like it, man. Proceed with caution. You know, we've had a lot of really great conversation today about the quarterback race. Faison Brandon apparently showing out in the big scrimmage on Saturday over at Neyland Stadium. We've had a lot of talk about the running game and the improvement it showed Saturday at Neyland as well. Potential question marks around the defense. A lot of good ball talk here this afternoon on the show. And if the YouTube chat is any indication, our fans are not interested, our listeners not interested in any of that. They just want to know about what you talk about. We've got suggestions coming in. We have one of the Champions League qualifiers, Tim, has a nickname he would like to go by. He says, I spend way too much time working a contract in Texas, so with much bitterness and angst, I request to be referred to as Lone Star Vol.
I can respect that.
Yeah.
I kind of like it.
How do you do once you get to the firm? Well, we have 8, right? Where I know we're just working on alternates. How are you going to seed those guys? Like, how are the matchups going to work on that?
Scores, I'd guess, or we just do it randomly.
I think the 2 13s will be the 1 seeds, and we'll seed them.
Seed them and play
Bracket will be out here shortly. Who Dat Vol says, for the Council of Elders, a way to speed it up, Russ, don't say yes after each correct answer. Hit a bell and go to the next question. If they miss it, hit a buzzer sound or give another clue. See,
That's too much work.
Well, everybody, it's not that it's too much work, Walker. It's that as much as technology has advanced over the past 20 years, the phone technology on radio shows has actually gotten a little worse. No, I'm serious.
How so?
Well, when people used to call on a landline, when landlines were prominent, like you had a solid,
that is true.
You had a solid fiber optic connection to the station, and it rarely dropped. You never got any of the stuff like what we've been having with Roberto lately, where it goes in and out, or whatever is going on with Titans Bill's phone. Like you never had any of that, and now, everybody's on a cell phone, right? So you're going to a cell tower or whatever, and like here at the station, like most places, we have what's called voice activated internet protocol, which, basically we're using the wireless internet for our phone lines. And it just like when it's connected, when it sounds good, it sounds fine. It sounds as good as phone calls used to sound, but sometimes it's not connected. Sometimes you got the gremlins in the phone line. Sometimes the guy's driving through a bad cell and you just lose it, which all that to say, the more stuff you're playing, like if you have a bell sound effect and a buzzer sound effect, that's just going to be hard to hear for the listener. So I hear you, Who Dat Vol. We've had these discussions before, and yes is actually the quickest way to keep it moving. We experimented at one point with just saying nothing and just going on to the next clue, but sometimes the listener is confused, like, are we moving on or we're not? So we do the best we can with it. I thank you for the suggestion, though. Appreciate that.
So we have Lone Star Vol, we have Kicked in the Vols, we have
some random guy,
and we have Champion Nick.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what he wants to go by? Champion Nick?
Nick the Champion?
I don't know.
Nick the Quick, because you got to be quick for the game. Like Nick Van Exel, Nick the Quick.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a pretty good one.
He might want to be King Nick. I don't know. We got to ask him.
It can be hard to beat William the Conqueror.
I mean, that one will stand the test of time. It's going to be on a plaque somewhere.
It's a solid nickname.
His name will be in the rafters for sure.
All right. The Pat McAfee album.
Yes.
Walker, this is your generation.
Oh, God.
Somebody's got to be held accountable for this. What's wrong?
You're going to hold me accountable for it?
Yeah, what's wrong with you guys?
Everyone wants to do everything. Pat McAfee is kind of the sports media version of a Shaq, where like his main thing is he is a football analyst, but he wants to do everything else. Kind of how Shaq, when he was playing basketball, like he wanted to be in movies, he wanted to rap, he wanted to make music. It's a similar type of situation.
I don't begrudge anybody from following their dreams, and you want to put out an album, you put it, like Walker could put out an album. I could put out an album. Bob could. Bob Sings the Blues, coming to iTunes this fall.
Have you seen the names of some of these songs on here?
I haven't. I find the whole Pat McAfee kind of cringe to me. I realize he's obviously not to everybody, because like people like him. They like to hear what he. I don't know. I find him kind of cringe just in general. I have no desire to hear any of his music. What are some of the song names?
You have songs. Let me find the good ones.
Here's
you
one.
got Blue Collar Symphony, Pitbull, and a Mugshot.
So when I first heard about this last week, I thought it was a joke.
No.
Like I thought that he was like a Weird Al thing or something. Maybe he actually is putting something out, but it's just like silly football stuff or things from a show. But this is like earnest music.
Yeah, it's like country.
He's earnest. Like it's country.
Pop. Country pop.
Oh, God.
Which I'm not the biggest fan of. I have a couple of people that are in that genre that I like, but it's very mainstream.
I probably would have just let this go, but I saw a friend of the show, Mark Nagy, continually tweeting about it over the weekend. And the thing that's funny, and
he was tweeting
I have seen some of this, it feels like there was very much a push by ESPN and all their other personalities to pump this up, namely the college football bros, the Bussin' with the Boys, Josh Pates, those people telling us all how good it is and how we all have to hear it.
Okay.
I'm
good.
He's got one song title. Rich is
yes.
blank.
Yeah. Can't say that one. You got one called Click Clack. Yeah, it's just very stereotypical pop country names, which, I'm sure, I can't imagine what Bear thinks about this album. I'd love to get his thoughts on it tomorrow.
Yeah.
Maybe we should have him listen to it and give us a report.
We should.
There's an
homework assignment.
There's an SB Nation article that reviews the album, and it says Pat McAfee album review. I've just been looking to see if it was one of the lyrics because they put quotation marks. They said in the headline, Pat McAfee album review, a train of diarrhea.
Oh, no.
And disappointment.
Oh, no. Ah.
Wait, was that one of the songs, Train of Diarrhea?
Well, that's what I was looking for. They went through all the song titles, and I don't see that, but maybe it was one of the lyrics because, again, they did put quotation marks around it.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever the case, even if that is a lyric, let alone a song title, it's bad. As they said in their opening line in this SB Nation piece, this, ladies and gentlemen, is what happens when you let a bit go too far.
Yeah.
That's a good way to describe it.
Again, I don't begrudge anybody following their dreams, following their passion. Who wants to put out a country album, by all means, go put out a country album. The other ESPN personalities telling me that it's good or that, quote, I have to listen to this, which I believe that's what Danny Cannell or one of those guys, Orlovsky.
Yeah.
One of those guys said, you've got to listen to it. It's legit good. It's like, no,
I'm good.
I don't have to listen to it. I'm glad you're happy for your friend, but I'm not going to take Dan Orlovsky's musical advice.
Here's, in my experiences, dealing with like personalities and talent, present company notwithstanding, this is what happens. It's inevitable. I mean, I've seen it with Guy Fieri. I've seen it. He didn't do an album, but I've seen it with, the Magnolia people that do Fixer Upper. I've seen it with Howard Stern. These guys, they get so big that they
think they can do anything.
They can do anything, and that's what's happening here. I admired what McAfee did about 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, out of nothing, turned things into an empire. Now it's just gone too far. And I mean, he's become thin-skinned during the process. And it's bad at this point.
It's bad.
And they're paying him ungodly amounts of money at the expense of a lot of employees.
And he's on everything.
Yeah. They had to cut a lot of people loose at ESPN to be able to afford him.
Yeah.
It's just a bad situation at this point.
I did kind of, you can get too big for your britches, right?
Yeah.
In anything. And I kind of liked his shtick when he was the plucky outsider,
right,
taking it to the establishment and everything. But now he kind of is the establishment.
Yep.
And it's not cool.
Yep.
Which, Bustin' with the Boys kind of getting in that area too.
Yeah.
Somebody sent us a tweet where Bustin' with the Boys was reporting. And this, Bustin' with the Boys, Taylor Lewan and Will Compton, those are the guys you go to for breaking Tennessee volunteer football news, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they put out a tweet reporting that George McIntyre had outperformed Faison Brandon in the scrimmage over the weekend.
Yeah.
And it's pretty clear what happened, right? They follow college football from the 10,000-foot view. They're not super myopic about it the way we are at Tennessee. So they saw the reports last week about George, his resurgence, and they just got it crossed. They got it mixed up. They don't know what they're doing. They don't literally don't know what they're talking about. I saw Josh Pate do the same thing last night. He was talking about Idris Farouk and how he got hurt in the scrimmage over the weekend. Well, no, he didn't. He got hurt last week at practice. Small detail. Doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. But again, you you can overextend yourself in this business at times. Derek says maybe Pat can tour with Corey Feldman.
That's awesome. My wife just said, of all the ESPN people that have weighed in, it'd be nice to hear what Nick Saban thinks about it, because I don't think Nick would play the game.
You don't think so?
No, he wouldn't. He wouldn't shill for it. That's probably why you haven't
had a
heard
chance
it.
to listen to it over the weekend, and
Yeah.
I got to say, it really bangs, as the kids say.
Yeah,
a couple of bangers on there. Rich's bleep really speaks to me. Can really empathize.
Yeah. God, some of again, and somebody said this in here. This is what happens, and this is true. When everyone around you is a yes man and no one tells them no.
Yeah,
everything's a great idea, and I mean, it's yeah.
True friend would have stepped in and be like, "Dude, like, maybe not. Maybe like you got a lot going on, Pat.
Yeah."
The wrestling and the football and your daily show and everything.
Got more money than God now. What do
you just do that?
Yeah.
Just have fun doing your thing. Put out another podcast with it. Write a book.
He came in on game day at the right time. You know, Corso was kind of clearly aging out, and they needed somebody to kind of perk it up. And I think McAfee did some of that. But again, I feel like it's now in jump the shark mode. That's the part that's really tough to watch.
Does he have any music experience? Does he play an instrument?
I don't know.
Did he write songs?
I
guess these are things I could have researched before we talked about it.
I need to go listen to some of it. I haven't heard any of it.
We do our research. Have you done your research?
I think I'm going to opt out.
Film.
You're going to opt out. Walker says no.
Out.
I'm good.
I've opted out of all Pat McAfee discourse over this album. I just don't. I don't need to look at it. It's just it's August filler.
If he's always sung, if he plays a little guitar and he's always written songs and everything, but if it's just like something that he put out since he's become super famous, like Bob's saying, I can do anything.
Yep.
Then that feels a little cringe.
They all believe it, man. They all change. It's like the, you know, is
who's the worst example of that? Like guys that were upstarts, became famous, and then, you know, and were fun to watch on the rise up, but then they got the big head.
Butch Jones.
Oh, God.
Butch Jones is ass.
This might be the one. What I'm seeing happening here, man. Because when I mentioned Stern earlier, Stern was already big. You know, I mean,
but he came up the hard scrabble. Like he wasn't a player, he wasn't a musician or whatever. Like he was just a FM radio DJ when like FM was still a pretty nascent technology, right? In the 1970s, worked his way up from small towns to bigger towns to cities to what he eventually became. Like you might not like Howard Stern, that's fine, but like he's a self-made man, right?
Yeah. Yeah. The one I mentioned, and it's not in the sports realm, but we know firsthand, Chip and Joanna Gaines, for those who are in any of the HGTV stuff, Fixer Upper was a...
Did you work with them?
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean...
You don't sound stoked about it.
No, I mean, I didn't work that closely with them. I have friends who work very closely with them to this day. And I mean, it's... you know, they came out of nowhere and they were charming and, you know, really talented. And then they now have a massive empire. It's in retailing and media and everything else. And Chip in particular is a handful.
A booger.
Yeah, man. It's, you know, that's what happens. You know, money becomes pretty intoxicating, I'm afraid. And it turns into power in their mind. And again, that's what happens. We're seeing it all over the place.
Let's get a call from Roberto. Good afternoon, Roberto. You're on the Drive, Fan Run Radio.
What's up, guys?
How's it going?
Kind of the opposite of what you're talking about, in a way, but Jack Johnson's one of those. Kind of a plucky upstart, became a great surfer. He's just like superstar musician, married some kind of model, and now he's in retail, making tons of money in Curious George books and stuff.
Does he still make music? I feel like I haven't heard of that guy in 10 years.
I think he's probably just surfing and enjoying the good life. I think he made his 100 millions.
Good for him.
Yep. But as far as Pat McAfee's concerned, for a while I was a Pat McAfee defender, and I can't do it anymore, man. He's corporate sellout, bro. Is he making like $60 million a year now? $70 million, something like that?
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
He,
He loves that because. I'm sorry, Bob.
No, I was going to say it's still more money than anybody needs, but he has to pay all his crew as well. But yeah, I mean, it's still a ton of money.
He could pay all of his crew $1 million, and he would still have $60 million.
Yeah, exactly.
I called to address something that happened apparently on Friday. I didn't know this until yesterday. I was told by somebody else because I had to hang up and listen, as they say, but I couldn't listen. That William the Conqueror challenged me to what you talking about? Is this true or untrue?
It's true.
Cool. Well, I feel honored. I have my people prepare a statement for you. But
you have a statement you'd like to read?
No, sure. Why not? That'd be fun. Old school versus new school. And according to Haji, I'm about Williams about a minus 375 favorite, which puts him about 2.5 answer favorite, which is fine. I heard the over-unders are going to be set around 28. But I'd love to do it. I think it'd be fun. Sure, why not?
We'll give the proceeds to charity.
All the proceeds, yes. Yeah. Go tip your waitress, right? But no, I think it'd be fun. I do have a restricted schedule for the next 3 days with some stuff for work, but we'll see what we can make work out. I'm serious about that. And yeah, why not? I think he's the best that's ever done it. I'd love to put myself up against the best that's ever done it. I don't think I'm going to win in any way, but it doesn't mean I'm going to lose either. So I'm looking forward to it. How about that for a statement, Russ?
Challenge accepted by Roberto. Hang on after the call. We'll get your number, and Walker will book the Roberto versus William the Conqueror. This is exciting, man. It's just to see William the Conqueror come out of retirement.
It's for the love of the game right here. It's what we like to see.
Cool. I hope you guys have a great day. Happy birthday, Bob. You're the best.
Thank you, man.
Hang right there, Roberto. Is it your birthday?
Yes, it is.
It's your birthday?
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Happy birthday, Bob.
Happy birthday, Bob.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
It's good stuff.
29 years young again?
Yeah. Just another day, man.
You'll be glad to know I got you the same thing I got you last year.
I wouldn't expect any more.
Big old sack of nothing.
Yep.
Any special plans tonight? Maybe dinner with the missus?
Yeah.
Know how you feel about dinner.
You
get to choose where to go.
Oh, yeah, I know exactly.
Somewhere where they're going to sing happy birthday to you in front of the entire restaurant?
No, we're not going to play that game. But, so, yes, I'll tell you, I know where I'm going.
Really?
Yeah. Texas Roadhouse, baby.
Let's go.
I'm ready for a steak. I heard Sam talking about the Roadhouse this morning, and I was like, that's what I want.
Are you being for real right now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, man, that place.
I love Texas Roadhouse.
Never disappoints, man. Yeah.
Just eat a couple of rolls with cinnamon butter for me.
Yeah. Get a steak. Life will be good.
What kind of steak we get?
I don't know.
A ribeye? Bone in?
I do like ribeye. Maybe not as much as Cody likes sausage, but.
Love a good ribeye.
Yeah.
See what you did there. You just want to hear McClure talk about sausage. And it's your birthday, so who am I to deny you?
I'm a big sausage guy. I love sausage, for one. I'm a big sausage guy. Nothing like a big kielbasa. Just right. Great. 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 Great.
865-966-3435. Your phone number to get on the show this afternoon. 966-3435. If you want to chime in today, we will take a quick break right here, and then we will come right back with more. On the other side, 865-966-3435. If you want to chime in, Fan Run Radio, the drive continues after this.
The Drive. 105.7 FM, 1340 AM. Online at fanrunradio.com and streaming on the free Fan Run Radio app. This is Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
One homestand remaining to see your Knoxville Smokies in action. That's it. The first week of September, your Smokies are home against the Chattanooga Lookouts, and we're closing out the season with amazing promotions every night. Taco Tuesday and All You Can Eat Wednesday, less than $20 for tons of food and game tickets. Nice. Our final Thirsty Thursday, final fireworks show, and we end the season with our fan appreciation game. Get your tickets now at SmokiesBaseball.com.
Located in Knoxville's historic Old City, Barley's offers great food, live music, the best draft beer selection in town, and now your new favorite place to watch sports. Their indoor projector is perfect for any weather, and they've revamped their upstairs area with more TVs to take in all of the action. Their menu features hand-battered chicken tenders, juicy burgers, fresh salads, and the tastiest pizza in Knoxville. You can enjoy their happy hour drink specials daily from open until 6 p.m. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Is your crawl space damp, musty, or showing signs of mold? Call S&D Crawl Space and Insulation. From crawl space encapsulation and mold remediation to waterproofing, insulation, and dehumidifiers, S&D helps protect your home from moisture and poor air quality. Serving Knoxville and surrounding areas, call 865-602-0590. That's 865-602-0590. S&D Crawl Space and Insulation, protecting your home from the ground up.
Is your yard starting to look more wild than welcoming? Yeah, don't let your landscape be that house on the block. At ECR Total Landscapes, we make sure your outdoor space is something you're proud of. From de-weeding flower beds to leaf blowing, trimming, mulching, and more, completely customizable to your property's specific needs. We'll handle it all. Why spend your weekends sweating it out in the yard when you can just sit back and enjoy it? That's the ECR difference. And right now, new customers can get 10% off your first month of our monthly maintenance package when you sign up for a full calendar year. That's right. Consistent, reliable service at a price that makes it easy to get started. No sweat, no hassle, just a better looking lawn week after week. Call ECR Total Landscapes today and mention promo code FANRUN to save 10% on your first month. Call 865-384-2012 or visit us online at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
A brand built in Tennessee and born from the love of the game, Inward Half revolutionizes golfing comfort. Crafted by a former pro and dedicated enthusiast just like you, our luxury performance wear guarantees you stay cool and comfortable through every swing and every day. We're not just a brand. We've set out to create a lifestyle for those who understand that impeccable style and premium performance are a hole-in-one. Enjoy the walk-in with Inward Half.
Blackford veteran
Be careful if you're out and about driving around listening to the show live this afternoon. It is Thursday. It's about 10 till 5. And yeah, all hell breaking loose here in Knoxville with thunderstorms in the area. Y'all be safe out there. If you're at home and want to give us a ring, we got lines available at 865-966-3435. Bob and I talked a little NFL during the break there, Walker. You get to that point now where everybody's a little banged up. And I mean, I guess we're seeing it here with the Vols, right? But
yeah.
Breece Hall, the Jets, banged up. Nakua, Myles Garrett, the Rams, banged up. Ibuka down in Tampa and McMillan both hurt. So they're hurting for receivers. Jeremiah Love.
High ankle sprain.
Yeah. That's not what you want for your third overall pick.
Yeah.
In the draft there. And then Jamal Adams for the Vikings trying to come back. I mean, that dude's just born injured.
Yeah. No, I mean, it's training camp. He's just trying to survive. It's really just brutal as a fan to have to just sit around and wait for training camp and preseason to be over and just hope and pray that these guys don't get hurt significantly. Because it always happens to someone whose season is over before it even starts. And it's just the worst feeling ever.
Yep. Browns game the other night, I saw Dylan Sampson took a little swing pass and broke it for a big gain out there. So he's playing well. I mean, we talked about it last week, Bob. If they can settle on a quarterback, and I think they want it to be Deshaun Watson, like if they can get not even great quarterback play, play commensurate with his contract, if they could get solid quarterback play, they got some weapons there.
Yeah, and he looked good. I mean, as far as preseason games go, he looked clearly as the better quarterback than Shedeur Sanders. I don't think that's a shocker, really. If Watson's healthy, there's no reason he can't be a serviceable starting quarterback. Speaking of that, the Rams are so loaded, man. They didn't even play Matthew Stafford. They start Ty Simpson against the Chiefs. Simpson plays most of the game, 21 of 25 passing, 190 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions.
Maybe he made the right decision not coming here.
Yeah, he did. He did all right.
I mean, it worked out because he didn't go as high as he thought he was going to go, but man, he got in a good spot.
Yeah, he can, like I said, take his time.
You're playing for McVay. You've got a Hall of Famer ahead of you to learn, who's probably secure enough that he's not going to be mean to you and withhold information. Like he knows you're not taking his job until he's ready to leave, or at least anytime soon. And they don't rush you in and play you as a rookie and get your brains beat out. It's a pretty good spot. It worked out well for Ty Simpson.
Wasn't Walker, check me on this, wasn't Stafford MVP last year?
Yes, he was. And then he announced in his MVP speech that he was going to return for a year.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, like you said, Russell, he's perfectly comfortable with, man, be my understudy. This is perfect.
I remember Sean McVay or I don't even know if it was Sean McVay. What was the viral clip of they drafted Ty Simpson and Sean McVay looked displeased?
He looked like he looked like he wasn't aware that's where the pick was going to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, who knows?
It's hard to believe that they wouldn't at least give him a heads up before they throw him on ESPN, a live interview.
I mean, what McVay is, every quarterback he's coached down there has been good. What did he start with? Jared Goff. They went to a Super Bowl, had Baker for a little bit, that incredible Baker story where he shows up and wins the game.
Isn't he the guy that developed RG3 with the commies before he got hurt?
Yeah, and then he just went and got Matthew Stafford, and it's not like his career needed a revival, but he took Stafford, who was super talented, put him on a good team, and won a Super Bowl, and now he's won an MVP.
Boy, we talk all this injury news. South Carolina, really going through it. They lose 2 wide receivers to season-ending injuries over the weekend. Jaden Sellers, who's the younger brother of the quarterback there, Lenora Sellers, and then Oklahoma transfer Jaden Gibson, both suffering the injuries last week in practice, according to the team. So in a year in which really needs a good record to keep the Wolves from howling too loudly, they are, a little bit over him, I think, and now they go into the season without 2 of their top wide receivers.
I mean, we know that if it wasn't for Cockgate, he would have been gone years ago. So I can imagine they're still not happy with him.
Cockgate.
Although, hey, I mean, to be fair, he had the one season, that first season with Lenora Sellers, where they beat Clemson and were one of the first few teams left out of the college football playoff. So a lot of up and down, but I think South Carolina fans just want a little consistency so they can decide whether or not he's the guy or not.
They do have Nick Harbor, who's an all-SEC type performer, and then Mazeo Bennett, who was actually committed to us before he flipped to South Carolina in the recruiting process. And I say all that just to say this. They also added a transfer from Purdue, Nitro Tuggle.
Yeah, Nitro Tuggle. He's talented, by the way. Great name.
When the all name team comes out, I mean, I can't imagine there's going to be many starting in front of Nitro Tuggle.
No.
And that name is familiar. Was he somewhere before Purdue as well?
Yes.
Was he at Alabama or something?
He was somewhere else. He was on
that name is familiar. We've heard that name before, right?
Yeah.
Nitro Tuggle. They've also got a player named Lex Cyrus.
Oh, played for Georgia.
Okay.
He was at Georgia, then went to Purdue, now at South Carolina.
Good for him. College football in 2026. He's on his third school.
Yep.
Coming up, hour number 3 of the program. It'll begin with a quick look at the world of sports. Walker Smith with the latest and the greatest. Josh Heupel and the Vols picking up a huge quarterback commitment today. We will reset that for you. Plus, beginning to look a lot like Faison. The freshman sensation showing out at the scrimmage on Saturday. Does he have a leg up on George McIntyre? We'll get back into it. It is The Drive on Fan Run Radio. Stay with us. We're back with more right after this.
The Drive.
Every fan has an opinion, and at Fan Run Radio, yours actually matters. Call in, text us, or comment on our YouTube feed and be a part of the conversation every single day. Whether it's football, basketball, baseball, or recruiting season, we're talking all things Big Orange all year long. Your team, your town, your voice. Fan Run Radio, the flagship station for Tennessee fans.
Citizens National Bank.
Kick off this football season with a CNB Plus Perks checking account. Move downfield with free online and mobile banking. And cross the goal line with extended evening hours and Saturday banking. Banking at CNB has its perks. Find out more at cnbtn.com.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
September 10th isn't just a sale, it's an experience. Join us as Liquor Vault celebrates its first anniversary with the biggest savings event of the year. Experience rare bourbon drops, surprising barrel releases, and complimentary tastings all day. For the wine enthusiasts, you can check out Jason Drotar's Wine Passport Experience. Cigars, they've got them too. Enjoy hourly giveaways, exclusive one-day-only anniversary pricing, and surprises throughout the day. Find a Vault Golden ticket and receive exclusive access to Liquor Vault's highly anticipated end-of-year rare bourbon allocation. People will be talking about this event for months. The only question is, will you be there? The Vault Experience, September 10th, only at Liquor Vault's anniversary party. Located at 2901 Tazewell Pike. Check out their specials and sign up to get discounts at liquorvault.com.
Is your crawl space damp, musty, or showing signs of mold? Call S&D Crawl Space and Insulation. From crawl space encapsulation and mold remediation to waterproofing, insulation, and dehumidifiers, S&D helps protect your home from moisture and poor air quality. Serving Knoxville and surrounding areas. Call 865-602-0590. That's 865-602-0590. S&D Crawl Space and Insulation, protecting your home from the ground up.
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work hard, play hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axle Logistics is the place to launch your career. Join us and take your ambition to the stars. To learn more, visit axlelogistics.com.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
We really need to get some branded stuff. Shirts, hats, promo items, something professional.
I mean, we could just find a website and order a bunch of it ourselves.
You could, but you're taking a big risk. You don't know the quality, the fit, the timeline. It's a roll of the dice.
Yeah, I guess. But isn't that how everyone does it now?
Not the ones who actually care about how their brand looks. Look, if we're putting our name on it, it needs to be done right. We need SM Athletics.
SM Athletics?
Yeah, they specialize in working with businesses like ours. Apparel, hats, promo gear, but real, customized stuff. They actually care if it turns out right.
Probably a lot better than getting stuck with 100 t-shirts with crooked logos.
Exactly. Plus, they'll walk you through everything. Sizing, colors, material, so it matches the image we're trying to build.
Makes sense. What's the name again?
SM Athletics. Trust me, if you want to look like a real company, not a flea market stand, this is the move. If you're serious about your brand, work with people who are serious about getting it right. SM Athletics.
It's time for The Drive's Top 5 at 5.
Quitting time on your Monday, 5 o'clock here on Fan Run Radio on a dark and stormy Monday afternoon here in East Tennessee. I'm Russell Smith. Thanks for tuning into the show this afternoon. We go to Walker Smith through the glass this afternoon, no relation, with a quick look at today's sports headlines. It's the Top 5 at 5, brought to you by ECR Total Landscapes. Walkman, hit it.
Thank you, Russ. At number 1, Tennessee football is ranked number 20 in the preseason AP Top 25 that came out earlier today. They were ranked just behind SMU, Penn State, and Washington. The top of the top 25 includes Ohio State, Oregon, Georgia, Notre Dame, and Texas in that order.
59 votes cast in our YouTube poll. 73% of the audience says Tennessee's ranked just right. 15% say we're too high. 12% say too low.
That's how we all kind of feel. It's about just right. Around 20, late teens in the coaches poll, 20 in this one. I think On 3 had us like 22nd last week. So 20 range feels about right.
What do we think about Texas being number 5 on the AP poll? That surprised me a little bit.
As far as being too low, you think they're
too low,
typically higher?
No, they've been like on the coaches poll. I want to say they were 3, maybe 4.
You know my feeling on Texas. I'm not a believer, so I still think they're too high.
They got so much talent, but I understand what you're saying. They haven't really done much.
I see them losing to Ohio State. I see them potentially losing to us. I see them potentially losing to Oklahoma. I see them potentially losing to Ole Miss, at LSU, at Texas A&M. I see a 9-3 type season for them, which is a good season. But I don't think it's the 5th best season in college football this year.
Yeah, it feels like all the media voters and everyone are just like, we need to wait and see if Sark can go out there and go 11-1. I mean, the past 2 years when they've made the SEC championship game, how many losses did they have? They didn't make it last year, but the 2 years prior were they 10-2? Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they wanted to take a leap to 11-1. They got to see it to believe it. I don't hate Ohio State and Oregon being up there. No, those two are juggernauts. Oregon might be the most talented roster in the country, alongside Texas.
On both polls, coaches and AP, want to take a guess at who has the 3rd most first place votes. Actually, on the coaches poll, they have the 2nd most. On the AP, they have the 3rd.
Notre Dame?
Indiana.
I was going to say.
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of respect.
Yep.
Well earned. At number 2, 4-star 2028 quarterback Caden Kraft has committed to the Vols over Florida, LSU, Michigan, Ole Miss, and Oregon. Kraft is ranked by 247 Sports as the 131st overall prospect and the number 9 overall QB in the 2028 class and the number 5 junior in the state of North Carolina.
Josh Heupel keeps on reeling them in. Lake Norman High School from Mooresville, North Carolina, 6'4", 205. As that size. Florida, LSU, Auburn. Did you just?
Yeah, you want me to do the
school?
offer list?
I mean, that's
all SEC schools plus the top of the Big Ten. It's a really good offer list that we won out on that. At number 3, future Hall of Fame pass rusher Von Miller is coming home after agreeing to a deal with the Dallas Cowboys. The one-year contract is worth $5.5 million and has a maximum value of $7.5 million. Elsewhere, fellow future Hall of Famer Aaron Donald went through another workout with the Rams over the weekend as he continues to hint at a return to the NFL.
Kind of getting tired of hearing about this.
Yeah?
About Donald?
To either come back or not come back?
Yeah, just make a call.
He's obviously going to play, right? I mean, he's
think.
just working out, doesn't want to be in camp, going through the grind, doesn't want to play preseason games. He's just
training.
He's a like you said, a Hall of Famer. He's going along at his own pace. It kind of reminds me of what Brett Favre used to do. Remember, for like 5 years, Brett Favre would do, I don't know if I'm going to play. I'll retire. And then like he just didn't want to go to training camp. Just didn't want to live in a dorm and get yelled at and have to practice twice a day in the scorching hot heat. Serious. Like, that's all it was. He just didn't want to go to training camp. And like I think Aaron Donald's probably earned that right. Like he holds all the cards there.
Yeah.
If you're the Rams, of course you want him to play. So he's going to do it on his terms.
Yeah, it's kind of mutual. I think the Rams would like him back, but we mentioned before how good the Rams are anyway. They have Myles Garrett on the defensive line, so they don't need him to come back, but both teams would like it. And if you're Aaron Donald, you're already one of the greatest defensive linemen to ever live. So you can, if you want to come back and go for it, you can. If not, there's going to be no hard feelings. At number 4, we saw history in the MLB this weekend as Cardinals outfielder Joshua Baez had the greatest MLB debut of all time against the Cubs on Saturday.
Wow.
After being called up from AAA Memphis, Baez became the first player to hit 3 home runs in his first 3 at-bats in the big leagues, with his first one coming off the very first pitch he saw that traveled 450 feet. He finished the day 3 for 4 with 5 RBIs.
It was pretty amazing. The Cubs were pitching Matt Boyd, who's kind of a soft tosser.
So-and-so.
Yeah, and because
he took advantage.
He did. I mean, it's impressive. We'll see what happens over the next few games. This guy's reputation is
streaky,
high risk, high reward. But I mean, yeah, he strikes out a lot, 30% strikeout rate. But
it's bombs.
That performance is like maybe one of the best ever for a first-time player. That's historic.
I can't think of anything better.
No.
3 home runs in your first 3 big league at-bats. I mean, it was to the point where the Cardinals were playing the Cubs, and the Cubs fans were cheering for him as he was hitting his 3rd one.
Yeah.
And when he came up to the 4th one, the Cubs fans, who notably hate the Cardinals, and it's one of the biggest rivalries in baseball, were cheering for him to hit another. That's crazy stuff. And at number 5, a parking company has apologized to a woman after she received a parking ticket for staying too long in a supermarket on the day she died and was brought back to life.
Ooh. Oh, no.
The 54-year-old
rules are rules, huh?
54-year-old woman collapsed in the parking lot of the New World supermarket in New Zealand. Staff were quick to provide assistance and privacy screens, but it was a stranger who immediately took control and performed chest compressions when she could not find a pulse. She was then taken to the hospital by ambulance, and her car wasn't moved for 5.5 hours. The woman received an $80 breach notice a few days after her resurrection. After the circumstances were complained, the fine wasn't waived, but merely reduced to $30.
I mean, sorry, what do you want, lady? This isn't Nam. There are rules. You didn't think with your last dying breath, will somebody move my car?
Yeah, it's tough.
Waking
up from being dead for a few minutes, find out you have an $80 parking ticket you got to pay. Not very good.
Yeah, I wish you'd fight that out in court. I'd like to see what a judge's reaction is when you get in front of them, argue that point. Your Honor,
I died.
My client was dead.
Could not have moved the car if she wanted to.
Yeah, it's sort of low down on the list of her priorities right there.
Oh.
Man, I saw an old woman totally eat it on the escalator at Truist Saturday night. Going on escalators up to the second level where we were. Yeah, like fell backwards.
Oh, God.
Like people had to kind of like crowd around. Like she was out of it. Oh, yeah, it was bad.
It's a bad scene. Well, hopefully she didn't get a parking ticket.
Yeah. Add insult to injury.
Truly.
Thank you, Walker. That's the top 5 at 5, brought to you by ECR Total Landscapes. You got any sort of landscaping need, and I have a feeling there are going to be a couple with some of this wind out there. You're going to see some branches down, maybe even trees down. If that is you, or if you have a tree that you want to get down, this is kind of what happened to me last year. I was like, I'm going to go ahead and get that taken down before it falls down and becomes a problem, lands on my neighbor's fence or on their house. Call ECR Total Landscapes. Tell them Fan Run sent you, and they'll come over and take good care of you. 865-384-2012. They'll come over and do a free estimate for you. You could visit them online, ECRTotalLandscapes.com. Russell, Bob, and Walker on a Monday afternoon edition of the program. Mitchell Trubisky injured today at Titans training camp.
You hate to see that, but
Terry McCormick says he's holding his throwing arm near the shoulder and is heading in with a trainer after a deep pass sailed on him. And then the Titans called it a biceps injury.
We hope it's nothing too long-term, but would help Hendon make the roster down there.
I mean, you would think so. If he's out for an extended period of time, I'd imagine the Titans would look hard at adding other quarterbacks too.
Does it also stop a trade with Will Levis?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's nothing that you've seen from Will Levis, I think, that gives you any indication that he can help this year, that he can be the guy. So I would kind of, I don't know. And there's nothing, not only that, Walker, there's nothing that he showed in that preseason game against the 49ers last week that he's worth anything on the trade market.
No, but I mean, you got a 7th rounder for Malik Willis. Surely you can get that for him. There's got to be someone that needs a backup QB that wants a project.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's a good point, because people will listen and say, oh, Walker, you're crazy. Did you see Malik Willis last year with the Packers? There's a reason he signed a big deal with the Dolphins this offseason. I would say true, but Willis leaving the Titans was, I don't know if he was worse than Levis, but it was about as bad. I mean, he was awful. He was awful with the Titans. And perhaps that says more about the coaching staff there, or, whatever you want to say. But, yeah, they did get a pick for him. We'll see what happens with Mitchell Trubisky. Heather Dinich drawing the wrath of Tennessee fans online this afternoon after the ESPN reporter went on Pat McAfee's show and said, quote, "I can't believe Tennessee is even ranked. Why is Tennessee ranked, let alone number 20?
She's awesome.
Excuse me?
No, I mean, somehow she's been like the kind of the equivalent of college football playoff, like Lenardi with bracketology. She's the one who does all that when they start doing the college football playoff rankings. I don't know what qualifies her, but she gets a lot of airtime. And again, I'm struck by how many of these national pundits don't really have a grasp of what's going on more closely to the program. I mean, the Bussin' with the Boys stuff that happened, and this is a good team, man. The quarterback situation is a question mark, but I don't think that's what's catastrophic to this team. I think we're going to have a good quarterback playing the position. It's just a matter of which one can play it better.
Let your haters be your motivators. Bulletin board material. By the way, did you see Josh Heupel playing cheerleader at the Students Welcome Back to Campus event at Thompson Bowling Arena over the weekend?
He looked spry. He was running around.
Yeah, man. He's
former athlete.
Male cheerleader.
Yeah.
That's got to be intimidating. I know he does a lot of public speaking, but to be at 24,000 people on the mic
Yeah.
They had a big crowd there. I don't know if it was 24,000, but the floor was full and it looked like the stands were full. Student body.
Yeah, I'm sure it's
in
just
attendance.
Wonder if
another
there
day
was-
at the office.
Wonder if there was a DJ there to hype it all up.
Let's go to the phones and talk to Jamie. Good afternoon, Jamie. You're on the drive, Fan Run Radio.
I would have liked to have heard their response to her. It's like, well, we've got a solid O-line, solid receiving core, talented tight end, good backfield. That's and two, 5-star quarterbacks battling for the starting position. That's probably why they're ranked number 20th.
It's on one hand, it's fair, Jamie, because we do have it's a new defense. It's a young quarterback. Okay, I get that. And that's probably what she's thinking, right? Because that's probably all she knows. Because like Bob said, they follow it from a 10,000-foot view and they don't know about the offensive line and the running back depth and all the things that we're going to talk about. But my response to that would be, can't you say the same thing for just about any team within 4 or 5 spots of Tennessee in this poll? Like, what question marks does SMU have, or Penn State at 18? Mizzou at number 25. They've got a new quarterback. Well, they've got a questionable defense. The team right behind us, number 21, Utah, brand new head coach. So, everybody's got warts if you look close enough, but hey, we've got 3 hours to fill. They've got 24 hours of programming to fill. They're looking for folks to get on there and say something crazy and get folks talking. So from that standpoint, mission successful, right?
Yeah, mission accomplished. Hey, speaking of the poll, I've seen on Twitter this morning, I guess it was North Dakota State who always is in that Division II. They're always fighting for the championships. I think did they not move up to Division I?
Yes,
they did.
Okay, and I think they're either ranked or right there close to the top 25.
They might have been in the other receiving votes category. They're not ranked in the AP poll anyway.
I don't know what it is about them, but I'm curious. They've gotten my attention. I want to see how they their division. So I was curious to see how they translate.
Are they in that new? Are they in the new look Pac-12?
I don't know. Where are they at, Walker? You got that.
What school?
Google machine. Is it North Dakota or North Dakota State? One of the two that always was winning the Division II championship. And
pretty sure they're in the no, they're in the Mountain West.
That's what they
are. Mountain West.
They got relocated to the Mountain West after they played up.
Yeah,
so they need to win for a couple of years and establish themselves to make it into a Power 5. That's what I'm assuming. But Russ, who did Utah end up hiring?
It was the defensive coordinator.
Utah, Morgan Scully.
Morgan
Scally.
Yeah.
And he's been part of the staff forever.
And they kind of pushed Whittingham out to hire him.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, he had been kind of coach in waiting for a few years there. And then at a certain point, they were just like, okay, we got to get this guy into the helm. Kyle Whittingham, we love you, but you got to go.
Wow. Well, I for one think Michigan fell upwards.
Yes.
Being able to can that guy who was never going to win anyway, and to land Kyle Whittingham, man, that's it'd be interesting to see what they do with him. On the way out, guys, I just talking about the injury that the rookie suffered. I guess from Notre Dame.
Jeremiah Love.
Was it Jeremiah Love? They talk about that, the targeting and now the hip pull tackle, but they never do tell you how you can make that tackle, without the penalty. You're not always moving. The guys are not always standing straight up and down, and they make it sound like every tackle is a foreign tackle in the NFL, and it's not. Guys are moving at different angles. You're pursuing at different angles. Guys cut back into you. If you both are standing still on like a hook or a stick route and, there's no momentum with either one of you to use, how are you going to get a guy to the ground unless you pick him up and drop him on his hip? I just, these guys with these rules, these pencil pushers, I'm like, all right, you don't want injuries. I get it. And this is how you don't want us to tackle. I understand. How do you want us to tackle? I've never, the whole leading with your head. It's like, what are we supposed to do with your head when you're coming in for a tackle? You can't take it off and put it behind you. It comes with you, even if you lead with your shoulder. I've just never understood what they want people to do to this doesn't seem like tackling's even legal anymore at all in football. So, that's all I had, guys. Y'all hang in there.
Thank you, JB. It's an incredibly fast game. And, I've always, when we watch these replays, whether it's a hip drop tackle or a targeting, people, oh my God, what is this guy thinking? Well, he's not really thinking. He's playing football, in the NFL or in the SEC. Yeah, he's just thinking, get this guy on the ground. And very rarely trying to hurt anybody. Walker, it looks like all hell is breaking loose outside the White Claw Hard Seltzer studios right now. You've got the window. Give me a play-by-play.
Basically, it looks like a hurricane is about to come through here.
Oh, that's good.
It's like there is just not. It's all gray, almost dark gray. Looks bad. Wind's whipping, leaves are blowing. It's going to get bad here in a minute.
Bob, how do you think this building would fare in a tornado? What's the roof situation like here?
Steel roof. So
is that good or bad?
It can get pulled off.
Not great.
Yeah, with enough force. The North Dakota State Bisons, I was fascinated by this. So they're in the Mountain West. You know who else joined the Mountain West? Northern Illinois.
The Salukis.
No, that's Southern Illinois. Northern Illinois is the Huskies.
Like I said.
But that is a conference of Air Force, Hawaii, Nevada, New Mexico, San Jose State, UNLV, UTEP, Wyoming.
Are we okay, Walker?
It's raining sideways outside,
really
guys.
Concerned.
It's like sheets of rain.
You have your windows closed this time on your car, your truck?
I do. I check the weather before I.
It's times like these I do miss the old Fan Run bomb shelter, because that place it was just a concrete box. It was the safest place in Knoxville during inclement weather.
The heavens have opened officially. It is coming down.
All right. Well, we're gonna try to play.
We'll do our best.
We'll try to play what you talk about here. We need two contestants. Looking for some alternates today. 865-966-3435 is your number. 966-3435. What you talk about coming up?
The Drive.
Can't get enough Fan Run Radio? Be sure to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel by searching for Fan Run Sports.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Grab a pack, grab your friends. Everything else in life can wait. Your friends shouldn't. Let's go. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Is your crawl space damp, musty, or showing signs of mold? Call S&D Crawl Space and Insulation. From crawl space encapsulation and mold remediation to waterproofing, insulation, and dehumidifiers, S&D helps protect your home from moisture and poor air quality. Serving Knoxville and surrounding areas. Call 865-602-0590. That's 865-602-0590. S&D Crawl Space and Insulation. Protecting your home from the ground up.
A brand built in Tennessee and born from the love of the game, Inward Half revolutionizes golfing comfort. Crafted by a former pro and dedicated enthusiast just like you, our luxury performance wear guarantees you stay cool and comfortable through every swing and every day. We're not just a brand. We've set out to create a lifestyle for those who understand that impeccable style and premium performance are a hole-in-one. Enjoy the walk-in with Inward Half.
Are you ready for the start of a new season? Maybe looking for your team to go on a tournament run? Get game day ready with Crumble. Head on over to your nearest location and pick up 12 pre-selected cookies plus exclusive toppers. When you're looking for dessert options, there's no question about who you should call on. Our listeners already know. Last year, the Dubai chocolate was a home run, along with the brownie batter. Oreo crumb was another crowd favorite. What new flavor will set the standard this season? If you're in the Knoxville area, there are 3 locations ready to serve you: Clinton Highway, Parkside Drive, and Maryville. Download the Crumble app to build your best lineup and vote on the best combos. You can even put your bid in to request a new flavor. Order in the app and slide on over to your nearest location. Tell them Fan Run sent you, and as always, it's for the fans, by the fans. Don't miss the cookies.
Fall fans, reimagine your home at Broadway Carpets and Flooring for any remodeling or building needs. With a variety of carpets, rugs, hardwood, vinyl, and stone, Broadway has all the flooring and installation options you're looking for, including pet-resistant products like Pet Perfect Carpet from Shaw Floors. Visit their showroom in downtown Knoxville or the location in West Knoxville located on Kingston Pike near Pellissippi Parkway today.
Hey, Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
The late, great John Ward. Has it settled down any out there, Walker?
Not in the slightest. It's scary out there.
It's scary, man. I get so scared during the weather.
I know. I feel like I need to get under the desk back here and bring my mic with me.
Will you hold me, Bob? Tell me it's going to be okay.
I think I'll just give you positive reinforcement. I don't think there'll be any holding.
Holding
Bob
on the offense,
seem
10-yard
fazed
penalty.
by the weather right now.
Bob is cool as the other side of the. I'm over here low key, kind of anxious.
Now, man, I grew up in tornado country.
That's
man.
true.
Have you ever been in a really scary storm?
Yeah.
Oh, have you guys ever been in a
He
dust
said
storm?
that in hushed tones, like he doesn't want to talk about it.
No, it's just nothing you can do about it. So,
Have you been in a dust storm before?
no.
Those are crazy. The first game at Arizona State my senior year, we were playing Northern Arizona University.
Oh yeah,
and a massive dust storm came over the game at halftime. Like you could see it from miles away. They had to delay the game like 3 or 4 hours before they started the second half, and everyone had to leave and duck cover. Those things are wild.
All right. Well, I'll see if I can concentrate enough to find us an alternate. Feels like there's a little less pressure on this. This is more kind of for proverbial poops and giggles.
Don't tell the two competitors.
Yeah, I don't think A to Z and Hunter see it that way.
No, they don't.
All right. Time for What You Talk About. Hit it, Walker.
Time to play the game. Time to play the game.
What you talking about? 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 What you talking about?
The first of two alternates for What You Talk About Champions League, which starts later this week on the drive. A to Z, who has played the game before, and Hunter, who I believe is a new player Hunter hunting a spot in Champions League. A to Z is up first. A to Z, welcome back. How are you?
Hey, what's happening, guys?
I hope you're not driving. I hope A to Z and Hunter are somewhere parked right now.
They better be.
I'm sitting in it.
All right,
Not
man.
moving.
Good.
All right, sounds good. You know the rules. Let's see if we can put up a big number. Are you ready? Here, but 10 would force one of those with A to Z. 11 would win it for you and put you in the Champions League alternate bracket.
That sounds good. I just did good on his in my mind, so hopefully this goes well.
All right, here we go. It's a children's block toy. You snap them together.
Legos.
Yes, this is where the Cardinals play, the city.
St. Louis.
Yes, this is the former head coach at Oregon who ran a up-tempo offense.
Chip Kelly.
Yes, this is what you eat. Jeremy Pruitt's favorite food.
Asparagus.
No, it's a meal. You put it yellow. Is what's happening right now. What falls from the sky?
Storm, rainy.
Yes, this is the general who coached at Indiana and Texas Tech. Basketball.
Pass.
All right, this is Robin's superhero partner.
Batman.
Yes, this is the former head coach at Florida State and Texas A&M.
Jimbo Fisher.
Yes, this is where the Eagles play, the city.
Philadelphia.
Yes, this is Michelle's husband. We just mentioned him, president.
Barack.
Last name.
Barack Obama.
All right, this is Detroit's basketball team. We couldn't get that one.
9.
Oh, 9.
Brutal.
Oh,
Man.
we passed on Jimbo Fisher and Bobby Knight.
Bobby Knight was the one. I thought I got Jimbo Fisher. Okay.
Did he get Jimbo?
It was cornbread. The one. That
we passed on cornbread, and I
partial for asparagus, right?
I screwed you on that. I don't know what I should have said. It's not like rolls. How do you describe cornbread without saying bread?
Yeah.
Did you get where I was coming from on asparagus, though?
Yes, I did, and that was funny. I just didn't have time to, I was trying to move it along, so I didn't have time to laugh and acknowledge your funny little joke there, Hunter. But that That was good. That was a tough break. That was a good game in the rain. Hunter versus A to Z. A barn burner ends with A to Z winning. Thanks for playing, Hunter.
Hey, thanks, guys.
All right, let's bring A to Z back in. A to Z, you had to sweat it out right there. I felt like Hunter was faster than you, but he got hung up on a couple of tough ones.
Man, it was hard to hear some of these, but I'm glad I squeaked it out.
It sounds like, is there hail happening now? I mean, it sounds so loud.
Man, it is torrential, Russ. Torrential.
Wow. All right. Well, you be careful on your way home. Congratulations, fighting through the elements. Hang right there. Walker's going to get your phone number, and we'll have some chicken wings for you from Buckethead Tavern. Congratulations.
Awesome. Thank you.
Man, that was intense.
Yeah, and for those who may not have heard it, because we lost the signal for a while due to the storm, we've been recording all of it, though, so it'll be available on the podcast when it replays, because I know people love this stuff. It was a barn burner, though. Like you said, 10-9. A to Z. I thought Hunter was going to win at the beginning. Man, he came shot out of a cannon the first 3 or 4 answers, and then he got a little
Bobby
shot.
Knight, just kind of, the cornbread, and that was tough.
Yeah.
That was tough on Hunter. Well, we'll have one more chance to become an alternate tomorrow, and then the field of 12, 10 plus 2, will be set. Or is it 8, 10?
8, yeah, be
8
10.
plus 2.
Yeah.
I know. We should probably hammer all this out. It is still coming down outside the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios.
Not to make it more complex, but then if you only need one alternate, who gets the nod?
It'll be the first guy, A to Z.
Okay.
First come, first serve. But you never know. There could be two. We had to go to the alternate once. All right. Weather wreaking havoc on the radio signal and the web stream. I'm told tech support is working on that, so hopefully we can be full go again soon. Or one time back at the old bomb shelter, the whole it just went, and Bear didn't even touch the red button. But the whole operation, just power went out and everything. We were just sitting there in the dark for like an hour.
Such a horrible feeling. That's what I've called home, asking if we lost power, because there's a lot of power outages going on across Knoxville right now.
Oh, I'm sure.
Haven't heard back.
I feel like that's gotten a lot better. Maybe it's just where I live now. Growing up, my folks' house was kind of out in the sticks.
Mm-hmm.
But we used to lose power all the time for a long time too. Like, you'd lose power, 6 or 7 at night, and like you wouldn't get it back till 5 or 6 the next morning. I feel like that never happens to me anymore.
Yeah.
Just gotten better with our power grid.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of power lines are just more and more of them are underground.
And more resilient too, I
Yeah,
would think. They just
yeah.
made of better stuff, and
Pretty much.
people who work on those things are quicker. I remember one time years ago, we were at an old house, and some trees had fallen down. There was something had gone on. There were some bad storms, and lots of people were without power for like a couple of days. I remember we lost everything in the fridge. We were without power. It's in the summer, probably about this time of year. And we were without power at the house for a couple of days. And, everybody had put in their phone call with KUB or whoever. And so you were just at their mercy. They get to you when they get to you. And they came to our house at like 2 a.m. And I was asleep and just hear banging on the door. There's no doorbell. Like they're just like knocking on the door. Maybe there was a doorbell. I don't know. But I ended up getting up and going and answering in a stupor, because I didn't want him to move on to the next house. And so I just answered the door in my underwear. Like I didn't know what I was doing. Like it kind of half asleep. Just opened the door, standing there in my drawers.
Nice.
half away. What? Yeah, please. We need air conditioning. True 21st century Americans. Please, sir. Our air conditioning is out.
I have one of our neighbors was this summer putting a generator in.
Oh, yeah.
it'd be a good investment.
Yeah, my parents have one. I mean, and those have gotten so, because I remember my folks had one, but you could only run like one or two things on them.
Yeah.
And now, depending on how much money you want to invest, I mean, they're
Yeah.
like $10,000 generators that'll power your whole house.
Yeah, whole house systems. That's a big deal down in Florida because of the hurricanes and all that stuff.
But I mean, you can get little ones that'll just, have a couple of plug-ins. You can plug in your refrigerators, maybe an air conditioning unit if you've got one, or something like that. Make it a little more comfortable. Plug in your TV if it's football season. 865-966-3435. Sounds like it's quieting down out there. You can release your grip now, Bob. I think I'll be okay. Thank you for
that
brotherly love, though.
No, that didn't happen.
On your birthday, too? I mean, you're just very kind guy, Bob Baskerville.
You're a big boy. You did fine.
Thank you.
Was, no holding necessary. Now, you if you had asked Bear to do that, Bear would have been in here.
Mm-hmm.
He would have thrown his headset down, and
he loves me.
He does.
We're like brothers.
He's your Dwight Schrute.
Brad and La Follette wanted to know if Bear is trying to backdoor you for the Crest Cup this year. Making a late play for it. I kind of respect it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm Bear. I never miss a day. I love this. I look down on those who go after the Wallace Award. And then he's just been laying in wait this whole time, planning this so that he could come and vanquish you at the last moment. Bob's like, but Bear's a rookie at this game. There are levels to this.
Yeah.
He doesn't understand. Bob's got a laundry list of get out of work excuses that he's just waiting on.
Yeah, we haven't even started the college stuff.
You guys are both going to maybe miss a little bit of time for that.
His daughter's going to college out of state. I mean, Bob's going to milk that one for like a week or two.
A couple months.
Especially where the college is. It's a beautiful place.
Yeah.
Some random guy is next. What's up, Rando?
Hey, guys.
Hello.
We had a power outage down here in Louisiana where it's 106 degrees and sunny. No weather. The power went out. So I wish we could get some rain. Heck, it's been about a month since we've actually had significant rain down here. So we're in the middle of a drought, and it's brutal. And no AC today, but the power's back. So that's good. And I hope everybody back in East Tennessee is staying safe, because I saw some footage online. It looks pretty nasty up there. Talking about the preseason rankings and some of the pundits and what they're saying about us, guys, if I look at us objectively, I could see where somebody who's not very dialed into this team could see us going 6-6 or 7.
Sure. I could see where somebody who is dialed into the team would think that. There's just such a wide variation of possibilities this year when you factor in new defense, new quarterback. That's it kind of makes it exciting to me, doesn't it? I mean, it could go poorly.
We're all over the place.
Maybe I'm looking at it again, orange flavored glasses, but I just feel like 9 or 10 wins is more likely than 5 or 6. I just don't see Josh Heupel allowing that to happen.
No, I agree. I think we're much more likely to go 9-3 than we are to go 5-7. I would 110% agree with that, because when you break down the schedule, you have 2 out of conference cupcakes. You should win the other one. Auburn, new team, new coach, new system. That's going to be it. Is that not their first true road game when they come to Neyland?
I believe so. Auburn, yeah. I mean, they've got, whatever your criticisms of Tennessee and knew this, knew that. I mean, Auburn's got the same thing. Now, I guess you could say they've got a lot more experience at quarterback, and Byron Brown has played a lot and played in that system. But he hasn't played in the SEC, and, everything else is new for them as well. What do you guys think of Auburn? You think they're going to be tough out?
I don't know. I'm going to be very interested in that very first game they have against Baylor.
Yes.
Playing against DJ
Is that
Lagway.
in Atlanta?
Good question.
It's either in Atlanta. I mean, they played there last year in Waco.
It's in Atlanta. It's in Atlanta.
Why would Auburn agree to that? I guess it's close enough. Their fans can make that drive.
Yeah. But Rando's right. They got 2 back-to-back road games in October at Neyland and then at Georgia. And then they play LSU at home and then at Ole Miss. The month of October is a mother for Auburn. If they can get,
they'll be 5-7 or 6-6, Bob. I think.
Yeah, that's tough.
But we get a rebuilding Vandy. I don't care what they did last year. That is a rebuilding Vandy because Pavi is selling cars somewhere in the Eastern Shore of Maryland now. He was the engine that made them go last year, and Kentucky's going to Kentucky even with a new coach. Kentucky's going to Kentucky. So as long as we can get the monkey off of our back in Fayetteville and be the better team that actually wins in that stadium, there's the path to 7 right there, which I think Vegas has us at 7.5 over under, I think is where they've got us. So, I see a pretty easy path to 7. Getting to 9, I think, is a chore, but we would have to absolutely fall apart to lose 6 games this year. So I see it's right. I think we're not overranked. We're not underranked. I think we are probably appropriately ranked right now in the AP. And, in about 3 weeks, we get to start putting it all together. And last question on this, or on the season, with our suspension to Carter, because we were talking about this the other day. Do we just go ahead and sit him for Furman and then appeal during the Georgia Tech week so he can play, and then just go ahead and say, nah, never mind, and sit him during Kennesaw State? Or would you just play him outright and just say, nah, we're gonna do a 1-game suspension in line with what similar players have been given, and you've overreached, and we're not sitting in a second game? What would you guys?
Yeah, it's easy for me to say. I'm just sitting in here, but I'd tell the NCAA to go kick rocks. Tell them I do not recognize your authority. That's just me, though. Bob, it seems like Tennessee is, as far as we know, content to just not content, but resigned, shall we say, to not having Arian Carter for the first 2 games.
Yeah, I guess so. Somebody mentioned this in the live chat last week too. It's like, we had our trouble with the NCAA before and stuff. It might not be wise to try to tempt the wrath there. I hate it. I hate saying that, but I guess we do. We have to accept that they're going to stand down.
And the last on the way out the door, Champions League is Wednesday starting? Yes? No?
Probably Friday, maybe Wednesday. We have to consult with the powers that be, the Council of Elders. But, it's starting in the very near future. We hope to have the brackets done after we get our last alternate tomorrow.
Excellent. Looking forward to competing, and maybe I can pick up my first Champions League win. Not win the whole thing. You got to win a playoff game before you can win a Super Bowl. So let's just see if we can get a playoff win.
When you get to Champions League, it's all about survive and advance, Rando.
Exactly. And I still, we talk about things that haunt us, I still remember Billy Donovan. That's what tripped me up last year. Billy Donovan. I could not get that guy's name out of my head. So, on to Champions League, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Take it easy, guys.
All right, thanks, Rando. Pause for the cause, our final timeout. Back to wrap up this edition of The Drive right after this. Stay with us. It's Fan Run Radio.
The Drive. Miss any of your favorite Fan Run show? Listen to the podcast on our free Fan Run Radio app or wherever you listen to podcasts.
One homestand remaining to see your Knoxville Smokies in action. That's it. The first week of September, your Smokies are home against the Chattanooga Lookouts, and we're closing out the season with amazing promotions every night. Taco Tuesday and All-You-Can-Eat Wednesday, less than $20 for tons of food and game tickets. Nice. Our final Thirsty Thursday, final fireworks show, and we end the season with our fan appreciation game. Get your tickets now at SmokiesBaseball.com.
Is your yard starting to look more wild than welcoming? Yeah, don't let your landscape be that house on the block. At ECR Total Landscapes, we make sure your outdoor space is something you're proud of. From de-weeding flower beds to leaf blowing, trimming, mulching, and more, completely customizable to your property's specific needs. We'll handle it all. Why spend your weekends sweating it out in the yard when you can just sit back and enjoy it? That's the ECR difference. And right now, new customers can get 10% off your first month of our monthly maintenance package when you sign up for a full calendar year. That's right. Consistent, reliable service at a price that makes it easy to get started. No sweat, no hassle, just a better looking lawn week after week. Call ECR Total Landscapes today and mention promo code FANRUN to save 10% on your first month. Call 865-384-2012 or visit us online at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
Okay, so we really need uniforms and equipment for this season. Can I trust you with that? Cool, I'll just order them online. What? Yeah, I'm going to hop online and I'm going to get them ordered. Hold up, that's not a good idea. We shouldn't just spend money on some random online retailer, okay? I mean, it seems pretty convenient. Trust me, it's a terrible idea. Let me simplify this for you. SM Athletics. Okay, how do you pronounce it? SM Athletics? They're the go-to for uniforms and equipment, whether it's for universities, high schools, youth leagues, you name it. So why wouldn't you rather go with professionals who can guide us through the process, design the perfect uniforms, and deliver the best equipment? Yeah, I guess that makes sense. What's the name again? SM Athletics. Right. It's definitely smarter to go with a company that emphasizes customer service, fair pricing, and, of course, excellent products. Exactly. So, yeah, I guess it's settled then. For uniforms and equipment for all sports, it's SM Athletics.
Is your crawl space damp, musty, or showing signs of mold? Call S&D Crawl Space and Insulation. From crawl space encapsulation and mold remediation to waterproofing, insulation, and dehumidifiers, S&D helps protect your home from moisture and poor air quality. Serving Knoxville and surrounding areas, call 865-602-0590. That's 865-602-0590. S&D Crawl Space and Insulation, protecting your home from the ground up.
Are you getting penalized because you can't make it to your bank on time? No need for unnecessary roughness. It's time for a new game plan. Easily manage your accounts with Citizens National Bank's mobile banking app. Check your balance, deposit a check, and pay a bill, all from your phone with CNB's mobile banking.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
Located in Knoxville's historic Old City, Barley's offers
here on Fan Run Radio. We got overtime headed your way next on many of these Fan Run affiliates. Bob, you were saying during the break, one thing we neglected to mention about this AP poll, an interesting factoid here. Somebody's missing from the AP Top 25 for the first time in a long time. Clemson.
They're the 26th team, so they just missed it by about 5 or 6 votes. Missouri got in front of them. But We had a listener, I'm looking for it now, that chimed in and said first time in 15 years they weren't on the preseason top 25. So not great for Dabo. He in the coaches poll, I think they were preseason 23, I believe. So definitely, I wouldn't say how the mighty have fallen. I mean, Clemson's still good program, but they're not in that upper echelon like they have been, and they may not get back to it, to be honest.
No, and it feels like with Dabo, we've been having that talk for a couple of years now.
Yep.
About, has it passed him by? And hey, man, you win 2 national championships. You can coast on that for a very long time, but it just feels like they are, I won't say over it, but kind of over it.
Yeah.
Over there at Clemson, they were 7-6 last year, and Dabo's got excuses. It's always something. It's this coordinator's not working out, or this quarterback's not working out, or this big time player isn't with the program. All this stuff, and slow to embrace NIL publicly.
Yes.
Slow to embrace the transfer portal, and I'm looking at this roster. I just don't see a lot of star power on it. LSU in Baton Rouge to open the season. I'll tell you what, I wouldn't expect them to win there necessarily, but North Carolina at home in their third, you lose that game. Let Chapel Bill come in there and beat you.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden things get mighty interesting in the Dabo discourse.
Don't get me wrong. I would have loved to have seen Clemson at 25 in Missouri, not in the poll, because I think I dislike Eli a lot more than I dislike Dabo. But it's going to be an interesting year for Clemson, no doubt.
Chad Morris back as the OC. All right, that's going to do it for us. Happy birthday, Bob.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Walker. We'll do it again tomorrow, 3 to 6 on many of these fan-run affiliates. Thanks for tuning in.